me off. Let me hear you say wrong train. Let me hear you say wrong train.
Let me hear you say cut my music.
Cut your music. All right. Hey, welcome everyone. This is Studio W, The Buzz. We've got two special guests coming on tonight on the Studio W Sports page. That's right. James, the Bird Sparrow, and Mr. Roy, the Spaceman Thompson. We're going to get Roy connected in a minute. So, hey, E, I want you to kick this off. Talk about anything general just happening until we get Roy Thompson connected.
I can't wait for Mr. Spaceman to join, but we got one of our favorites. One of our favorite guest friends.
Oh my God!
Players. And when I say players, I'm talking about Mr. Miak.
You're too kind. You're too kind, bro.
Mr. Miak, Mr. All North Carolina A&T, drafted by the Indiana Pacers.
You're too kind, bro.
NC State all-time leading scorer, should be in the Hall of Fame. If I can't say it loud enough so everybody can hear me.
Yeah. Scream it.
Sparrow.
Scream it out. Scream. My brothers, what's up?
Hey, Mr. Sparrow, we missed you, dog.
We missed you. Hey man, I've been doing God's work, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, and God is good all the time, man.
All the time, bro. All the time, bro. If y'all don't see me, y'all know I'm out there working, man, for the kids and just doing for the homeless and just a lot of stuff. Man.
Yeah, just know that we doing what we can. We fighting for you here also. So we got you back here in Studio W.
That's what's up.
We come join us. But so talk. I want you to elaborate on some of the things that you're doing right now, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I've been going on 5 years now. One day I was driving around and I recognized the homeless people that was sleeping under the bridge in the heart of downtown Atlanta, and it kind of touched my spirit, man. And I remember being there, sleeping in the hallways, waiting for McDonald's to close to get a sandwich to eat. I was going through a rough time in my life, so I can relate to them being homeless and sleeping in the park and just doing what they doing. And so I just decided, man, you know what, man, in order to keep me grounded and to keep me to know that where I came from, and I know what they're going through. We all have different things that we're going through, but I was in the same situation that they were in. So I decided, one day I'm gonna get up and fix a whole pot of spaghetti and some cornbread and just take it on down there.
All right, yeah.
And my life has changed tremendously, just doing that. And I said to myself, God has blessed me with a talent to play ball and to be the best that I could be at playing ball. But my calling, this was my calling. My calling is what I'm doing right now, giving back to the homeless, doing toy drives, shoe drives, clothes drives, and just feeding them. It was my calling, and like it's the best feeling in the world for me. I mean, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I got a thing, community outreach. I'm doing a community outreach. I got a nonprofit organization going on, community outreach. I got to give a shout out to community outreach. I got work with a sister named Alicia Washington, who works for Safe Haven. We always get together every year. Like I said, we do toy drives, we do clothes drives. Just got finished doing a clothes drive, and a pastor bought a shower truck that he brought down to the drive where they can take a shower, clean up. And we had the clothes right there for them. They had to throw their clothes away and give them new clothes to put on. So it was big for me this weekend. This weekend was really, really big. And it's an emotional It's a good emotional feeling. Let's put it that way.
And let me tell you something about those. You talking about those portable? They bought some portable bathrooms so those guys can take showers and stuff.
Yeah, portable.
Let me tell you something about that. I didn't see how it was before, but I live in a profession where I'm on the road a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those porta potties that they have that's mobile,
mm-hmm.
them things are cleaner than some of these bathrooms I see in Walmart. So,
bruh, I never seen nothing like it. Like I never seen nothing like that. And when he rolled up, he said, "Look here, man. I found out what y'all was doing, and I just wanted to put some time in, give y'all a couple of hours, man, with my portable shower for the homeless. He had a wheelchair ramp for the wheelchair people that was homeless to go up inside the shower and take a shower. Man, it was such a blessing that day, man. God just, like he's always on time, bro. He's always on time. So they didn't only walk away with clothes. They walked away with a shower and clean clothes to put on after they took their shower. Like that was big. That was big. That was big.
Thank you. I just want to know we have some honored guests that joined the show. My good friend, the greatest Cowboy fan of all time, Mr. Minor League Hall of Famer himself, Mr. CJ Richardson is joining us, and also the former director of track and field, North Carolina A&T, honored by the National Scholastic Sports Foundation, and former U.S. Army veteran, Mr. Roy Spaceman.
My brother.
What's up, my brother? What's up?
Gentlemen, how are you?
All right.
I'm great, man. I'm great.
All right, guys.
What's up, bro, Bird?
What's going on there, brother Space?
Okay.
Let's do this from your computer, Mill. All right. Let's do this.
CJ, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm great, man. I'm great.
All right.
I apologize about that, CJ.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
My two brothers. All right.
Hey, CJ, what was you saying?
I said I'm great. I should have sent my highlight film, but don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Because I don't be trying to brag, though. You know what I'm saying? I was dunking in the 10th grade. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Gentlemen, CJ Richardson, he is the host of Showtime at the RVA. It's an awesome show. I encourage everyone to come and check him out. He's an awesome comedian. Sonia and my wife Sonia and I, we came back last 2 Fridays, had the time of our lives, man. It was a blast. It was an awesome show you put on, CJ.
Hey, matter of fact, that's why I'm dressed like this. I got a show right now. I ain't gonna be in here long. I got to go up in here now and bust some waist trainers and smear some mascara. That's what I got to do right now. Yes. Mr. Belly Tickler is in rare form. I'm ready to tickle bellies right now. I don't just put this stuff on. When I put it on, I gotta tear a wig off or something. Yeah.
You definitely do that, sir.
Oh, I love it.
That's what's about to happen. I'm watching them roll in now, right? They don't even know how they're gonna leave.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just watching them. I'm getting material watching them.
I love it.
Like that don't fit and them shoes don't match.
I love it.
Okay, so I got to throw a question out to my honor guest, Mr. Thompson. How you doing, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. How you doing, brother?
Excellent. I got a question for you, and I'm gonna pass it around the panel.
Okay.
And I apologize. I try to Google as much information about you as possible, but it doesn't measure up to what you can tell me about who Mr. Roy Spaceman Thompson is. So, can you give me a quick background on where you are and what you're doing right now?
Well, right now I spend my time volunteering, working with the youth in the community, I volunteer at Smith High School with kids in track and field. I also work with mentor program, plus our GLA program is a main focus of mine also. So that's the type of stuff that I've been doing in the community.
Excellent. And what region? I mean, you're in Virginia. What state you're in?
We're in North Carolina in the Greensburg graduate chapter.
Okay. So and y'all are part of Groove 5 Groove. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Right. The
Yes.
three of us got 3 G's in the house. Got 3
Right.
G's in the house.
Yeah.
You know,
in fact, you got 2 brothers from North Carolina A&T, probably the only 2 brothers that are grooves that are Hall of Famers.
Excellent.
So you got Brother Sparrow's a Hall of Famer, and I'm a Hall of Famer from North Carolina A&T, and we're both groovers.
Absolutely. Hey, Roy, let's take us back a little bit. Give people a little bit of background, because you were also track and field coach. Were you the head of that department for 30 years? And also,
yes, I was. I started working at North Carolina A&T, my alma mater, in 1983, and I retired in 2010. And I was able to work there extensively, man, for about 30 years. When I first started, we didn't have a track, we didn't have equipment, and so around the year 2000, I was able to collaborate with the chancellor, James Rennick, at that time, and we built a track, we got equipment, and we started hosting high school and college meets, and we ended up being the first HBCU to host an NCAA national championship in Division I track and field. We also had the National Junior Olympics there at A&T. We've had the Adidas Nationals, state high school track and field meets. So we've hosted a lot of major meets at North Carolina A&T under my direction and in collaboration with former Chancellor James Rennick.
That's what's up.
Okay. Can you give me some of your favorite athletes you coached?
I've had the opportunity to coach 2 Olympians, Ruth Morris, she was in 1980, 87, 88. Troy Douglas, 1989, 88, and 94 Olympics. I've had about maybe 18 Division I All-Americans and over about 120 some All-MEAC athletes. And we were fortunate enough to win the championship 94, 95, 96, 3 years in a row. So we had a pretty nice run. Had I'd say the last group of athletes that I had was in 2001 that placed 5th in the NCAA Division I Nationals at Oregon in the 4x1. So we've had some great athletes, man. One of my favorites is Derek Holmesley, guy who jumped 26 feet in the long jump and made it to the Olympic trials. Didn't make it through the trials, but at least he made it to the trials. So I've had some great athletes, man. You know, that's in the words of some of the old coaches, man, coaches don't make great athletes. Great athletes make great coaches.
Well, I can agree with that. So, any guys got any questions for him?
Yeah, I do. So I'm glad you leading right into it. What were some of your biggest challenges that you faced while being a coach?
Particularly at North Carolina A&T, being underfunded, lack of support, lack of understanding of the sport, people not willing to make those commitments to the sport. But I didn't let that stop me, brother. I use my motto, that I can overcome anything, if I could just deal with it head on. And I was taught always to improvise and use my knowledge and try to be creative, and that's what I did. I was able to win in spite of the adversities that was put before me. And I used to always tell the athletes that the mark of a great champion is the ability to overcome adversities.
Mhm.
But yeah, at any most HBCUs suffer from the same thing, man. Particularly with track and field, is that they're underfunded. Um, I didn't have but one assistant coach, and now they have 6 people there, which is great. You know, I'm glad to see the program develop the way it's developed. Some people have to make that first sacrifice, and then those people stand on your shoulders.
Mhm.
Um, how you doing, Mr. Thomas?
All right, how you doing, brother?
My question is, what were your expectations when you first took the job?
Um, I really didn't have any really high expectations. My thing when I first took the job, I was just so enthusiastic to be coaching, and what I did is I tried to learn as much as I possibly could about coaching as well as the sport. Um, I was blessed to have 2 people that were very influential in my life that was a part of North Carolina A&T's physical education staff. One was Professor, her name was Rhonda Russell, Dr. Russell, and she used to give me quarterlies on um, international training, the Soviet Union and the East German bloc. The other person was Mr. Thomas Bynum, who was a trainer at North Carolina A&T, but also he was the U.S. Olympic trainer. So he would bring me information on Olympic protocol. He would bring me information from East Germany. He would also talk to other coaches and give me information on what they did in their training. So when I first got there, it was more or less a learning experience for me,
So,
and I let the elders that were there give me a lot of advice, and I read a lot. I paid my own way to clinics. I studied as much as I could, and then I started getting into, the art of recruiting athletes to come to North Carolina A&T, and so I focused on those athletes that were underdeveloped and didn't have from rural North Carolina areas that I knew that had the potential to be champions, and that's how I started the program.
okay. So with the things that your professor was coming back and telling you, you implemented a lot of that into your success of how you did things.
Right, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. He was Mr. Bynum was a he traveled all over the world with the Olympic track and field team and the world championship team, and they would give them pamphlets on diet, on nutrition, sleeping habits, meditation, how to perform while being relaxed, things of that nature. And he would pass all that information on to me.
Okay.
And he would spend hours talking to me, and Dr. Russell, she was just uh, a heavy lady who really did a lot of research in physical education. She was kind of on the cutting edge of training. So she had a lot of quarterlies, international quarterlies, and one of them that was really, really struck my attention and started me to down that direction of being holistic in my training was that she gave me a quarterly that's from the Soviet Union, said what would happen if the Soviet Union had a professional football team and how would they train? So I started reading that information and started learning about how to develop a athlete from a holistic standpoint. And I started gathering information from various people in I took that information and developed my philosophy as well as the coaching program that I had at A&T.
Okay.
So to add on to that, man, these are the people that I was raised by. You know what I mean? When I came in, Spaceman was like, you know what I mean, like that big brother on the block, man. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
What,
right,
like what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? Like don't get caught up into this, to this campus life, because A&T State University to have you hooked, into things that you didn't come there for, partying,
right,
getting
right,
high, drug dealing, and it just
Hmm.
or even getting the big head. You know what I mean? So
right,
I was raised by it was a blessing. It was a blessing to meet him as a freshman. Because that's all I hung out with upperclassmen. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
talking about Mr. Bynum, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Everything he said about Mr. Bynum, man, is like, you know what I mean? Like he's a teacher. These guys pass things on, for the well-being of the human being, for
Yeah.
for the person. So
right,
I would not only God blessed me with the talent, but He blessed me with some people in my life, man, that stirred me in the right direction, man. Where I am, literally, getting all the accolades that I get, humbly. I say that humbly, like I say that humbly. So it takes a team. It takes a team. Don't even have to be a player on your team. It could be a player that on campus. Period.
right,
Period.
right. And our philosophy was to and when I came back from Vietnam and got an opportunity to coach at my alma mater, and my main focus was to make sure that I developed the minds of young brothers and sisters so that they could deal with the situation that they would be faced once they left A&T. So I had a greater mission other than coaching, but it was to make sure that the young people that I was dealing with would understand, that a lot of sacrifices were made for them to get where they are today. And it was, each generation should get a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I wanted the athletes and the kids that I work with, the young men and women that I work with, to have it better than I had it when I was growing up. And
So
that's the driving force behind me staying at A&T so long, because a lot of the PWIs try to lure me away, but I stayed there for a mission, and that was the mission like Mr. Bynum had and the other professors. They took education and academics very serious for Black people because they knew that was our salvation, that was our ticket out.
and
And
it's
I knew the old statement that they can't take what's in your head out.
and it's
That if knowledge is power,
yes.
and that's one of the things that I tried to impress upon the athletes that I work with and the young brothers that I work with, particularly young Groove brothers, because I wanted to see Groove 5, grow and develop into something special, because it meant a lot to me, when I was growing up. And like I said on the last podcast, that one of the things that really inspired me was the fact that I had an opportunity to participate in the CIAA track and field championships in the early 60s, like 65, 66. And it was held at Morgan State University. And I went up there and I saw the Groove Brothers dealing with a lot of youth. They had a youth baseball team. And when I started talking to the brothers about what it was about, they told me, they said, look, man, who else but us should deal with the situation in our community? And this was like in 65. So you can see the mindset of Brothers and Groove back then. And that influenced me I wanted to do the same things in my community, is to work with the youth and give them the opportunity to make it in society and be a productive citizen. So I owe a lot to Groove, and I owe a lot to those brothers in Morgan State that really influenced me when I was in college. So it's been that type of a run for me, man. I was successful. I had a successful run for 30 years. I was just blessed. And, I'm blessed to have brothers like Bird. He was a great athlete and great brother. Still is, and he's doing great things in the community. So that's the things that we tried to develop when I was at A&T.
What was it like watching Mr. Sparrow on the court?
Oh man, he was awesome. He was awesome. The one thing I love about brothers like him, and I also had a good friend of mine that trained. We trained together and was with me from New York. Bob Beeman, who's the world record holder in the long jump. Is Bird and Beeman, guys like Bird and Beeman make the impossible look easy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They make things that you couldn't do, they made it look easy. That's what I liked about Bird. And I like the fact that when he played, he looked like he was flowing on the court. And that's the type of rhythm that God gives certain people that ain't nobody can duplicate.
Okay.
I see we got Mr. Galloway here. That's another one of our coaches, Mr. Derek Galloway. Hey, Derek.
Okay.
Derek, are you there?
I'm here.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Roy Thompson?
Not quite. I guess one question I did have, just off the top of my head, what, aside from the question you answered earlier about, the challenges, were there any additional type challenges in those years in the 60s and 70s, I guess, when you were coaching, dealing with other schools, or maybe even challenges or hurdles you had to go through to even get that position or that job?
Well, I did have challenges with particularly with black people. Some of them that don't understand your love for culture and your love for who you are as a black man. I did run into some of that, but I always kept it on a higher level in terms of intellectual ability and never let that type of stuff get to me. Yeah. And then once people saw how I could produce, then they gave me the respect. And once they gave me the respect, and I always try to carry myself and have my teams carry themselves in a classy manner. So right. I figured that, once you did that, because I wanted to represent my university that way. But right. I anytime we started making inroads or doing something great, well, of course, you would get to the point where your athletes would get tested more than other athletes for drug. You might get put in the worst heat in some of the bigger
exactly
leagues.
Where I was going with that question.
Yeah,
as far as
yeah,
disadvantages you had to face.
But and see that really didn't get to us as well, because we didn't have a track at a time. So my thing was, I tell the athletes, hey, people don't know what you got and what you don't have. They know you got a uniform on, they trying to kick your butt. So what you gonna do?
Yeah.
And if you're an athlete, and I tell them about track as an international sport. There's some people who've come from Africa that run barefooted all the time. Some people from the places don't even have hurdles or don't have pits. They dig their own stuff, but yet and still they show up at the Olympics and they win. Yeah. I had a guy that volunteered with me from Jamaica, and he told me, he said, "Look, we only run on a rubber track once or twice a year. Most of the time we run on grass." But that might sound like it's difficult, but in essence, that was beneficial, because it helped train the feet and it helped train the lower legs to the point where that enhances speed. So you got to put it from that perspective. And yeah, I ran into a lot of that stuff, but I didn't give into it, because if you give into it and your athletes see that you're giving into it, then you can't coach them.
Yeah.
And if an athlete doesn't see his coach with intestinal fortitude, he's not going to have it.
Would you say the way that you coach also you was giving them, you was preparing them for life outside of school when they finish school.
Exactly. That was my goal. That was my goal. Yeah, I wanted to win. Yes, like any other coach. But my thing, and I kept it simple. How are you going to feed yourself once you leave North Carolina A&T? That was my question to my athletes.
Because I heard you
And
say,
so Bird can tell you, I was a stickler for grades. You know, if you didn't have strong academics, you didn't run. Until I've had people who doing very well now will tell you that I wouldn't let them run their first year until they had at least a 2.5. You know, I wouldn't let you go, because if you don't understand the value of an education and how many people sacrificed and went through something just for you to be here at A&T, then you got a problem.
So
You
this
got a
is one.
problem.
So this is one of the reasons why I say my life after basketball was way bigger than basketball. Like
Right.
guys like space, man. You know what I mean? That there's life after basketball, bro. You know that ball gets flat. That ball gets
Yeah.
flat. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
it does.
What are you gonna do when that ball gets flat, bro? You know what I mean? What kind of life? What kind of life? Well, who are you? Who are you when that ball goes flat?
There you go.
Who are you when you can't play no ball no more? Who are you?
There you go.
Okay, Studio W Buzz has a question. What does it mean to you, Spaceman, and to you, Bert, to be ambassadors of HBCUs?
It's a great responsibility, and I don't take it lightly. Um, uh, it's a great responsibility not only to HBCUs, to the Black community in general, and I embrace that. I love it. Um, I've always felt that if we focus on being positive and educating ourselves, and like I said, knowledge is power.
Yes.
And if we arm ourselves with knowledge, we can do anything we want to do.
Yes.
You know, I look at, we talk about the economic struggles of Black people. We've always had economic struggles, but we always survived. And that was because we were, if you look at Black people, are very creative and very resourceful. I grew up in a small rural town in Burleson, North Carolina, where back during the time when I grew up in the 50s and the 60s, early 60s, we canned, grew everything we ate just about. And the only time we went to the grocery store was to buy some flour or sugar or something. But most of the vegetables and everything we ate came out of our garden.
You said
So I
Burlington,
don't
North
take it
Carolina?
lightly. I think it's a responsibility that I embrace, and that I'm just thankful to Jah that I was able to do what I did.
You said Burlington, North Carolina?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I one of my closest Navy buddies. His name is Jeff Graves. He's from Burlington, North Carolina. Big shout out to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a little something about Burlington, North Carolina.
Yeah. All right.
I
Okay,
like
brother.
it's a
Okay.
nice it's a nice place. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it is.
I liked it. Burlington was good to me. All right.
So
What'd you say, Mr. Thompson?
Not anything.
So to piggyback off that, yeah, it's a big responsibility, man. You know what I mean? Like, again, my life after basketball, people know me as a basketball player, but they don't. I really wanted people to love me as a person, opposed to being a doggone basketball player. Because like I said, life goes on, man. No one plays ball, no one plays basketball forever. People ain't gonna recognize you forever as a ball player, especially the new people that the new jacks on campus. They don't know who they have the slightest clue who I am. They have the slightest clue I am. But
you should hit them with the jump like Coach Carter.
Mm-hmm.
That one up there.
So check this out.
Can I piggyback off that real quick? Just a quick question for so I guess, and thank you, Mel, for letting me do this, and thank you for introducing me. I appreciate it. And the question I have is for Mr. Bird, as far as basketball? You were saying you wanted people to love you, as you, and after basketball. I guess the question is, after all of those years from playing basketball as a youth through high school, college, NBA, how difficult was it to transition to being out of sports or out of basketball and not having that adulation or crowd and people cheering for you all the time and having that always in your area to then, once you're done, then it's nothing at all? Was it like a tough transition for that, or was it simple enough for you to just walk away?
I'm glad you asked that, because at the end of the day, I was a campus guy. You know what I mean? I hardly ate in the training table. I always went to the big cafeteria where everybody was. I
Okay.
mingled. So it wasn't hard coming through North Carolina A&T State University. With the people that I grew up in the 70s. When I first got there, I mean, it was so much love. And so the transition after I finished playing ball, did I miss it? I miss it. Yeah, I do. I still miss it today. But this life I got now as a person, that people still recognize me just as a person, man, is there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. That A&T vibe, man. Hanging out with people, sitting on the grass, going to the main cafeteria, just mingling, sitting at different tables, meeting people. Man, it's 50 years later, man. Our 50th anniversary just came up, man, and it's like I never left. It's like you never left. Those are the kind of people that I had in the 70s, which made my transition after basketball so easy. Like it was so easy.
Okay, guys, we got one more question that we got to transition to the next segment of the show, which is gonna be a lot of fun. But WB got one more question. He said, imagine if we can get more of the nation's top athletes to migrate to HBCUs, and how would the landscape change? If that happens, how would the landscape change? I want you guys' thoughts on that.
All of us?
Yes.
For me,
If you could get the athletes to that they're now to come back to the HBCUs, it would change not only the landscape, but it would change the economic situation for Black people in Black communities all over the country. I went to North Carolina A&T from 1964 to 68. So the majority of the athletes that I was playing with and competing against, the football athletes we had, the track athletes we had, would have been at a PWI today. So I experienced how it was with all the athletes being at one school. It was such a awesome situation that most of your PWIs did not want to play North Carolina A&T. In fact, the Duke coach and Carolina coach would have closed scrimmages with North Carolina A&T in basketball during the time when I was there. The reason why I know, because we would be the only other people allowed in the gym to practice during that time for indoor track. And they would be in there scrimmaging. So they would actually bring their teams to North Carolina A&T, scrimmage North Carolina A&T, and go back. Nobody knew anything about it. It was because A&T had the best basketball players in the country at that time. But, I grew up during the era of watching another groove brother that was a tremendous basketball player in Earl Monroe.
Earl the Pearl.
Yes. I've actually watched Earl score 60 points in a game with no 3-point line, brother.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm talking about with no three. They didn't have a 3-point line then.
Times definitely done changed since then, huh?
Right. He scored 60 points in a basketball game in our gymnasium at Fayetteville State and a few other gymnasiums, and there was no 3-point line.
And I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that he didn't go to the free throw line 40 times either, did he?
No, he did not. He did not. But
Not a layup.
it was, man. I mean, that's why basketball is hard for me, and I hate to say this, but it's hard for me to go to basketball games now at HBCUs because I was spoiled. I mean, week in and week in. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but week in and week out, the greatest basketball players were at the HBCU. So could you imagine what that would be like today?
Oh my God.
I could, but
I love to.
But what would have to happen, man? The black administrators of these HBCUs have got to understand is that you got to upgrade your facilities and make student life better for the athletes. That's the problem. That's the problem. We could get a lot more black athletes coming to the black schools if the black administrators understood the importance of athletics. And I've been on that box for a long time, man, because I've been at just about every PWI in this country, just about. And I've had relationship with athletic directors from the PWIs and coaches, and they even have asked me, what is wrong with the black administrators and the athletic administrators at your schools? He said they don't. The guys have said you don't look at it as a business, and when you look at it as a business, you got to treat the athletes with a certain respect. And you got to give them certain things that they need to do to be successful. And if HBCUs would ever do that, boy, they would take off. I thought it was going to happen with when Deion went to Jackson State, but I understood. I was just hoping and praying it wasn't going to be what I thought was going to happen. Like, for example, when as a black school, you got to spend your own money to help feed the kids sometimes. Sometimes your credit card bound. Sometimes you might have to get an extra hotel room because they don't have enough money in your budget. So everybody can't deal with that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm that, and I hate to get on that soapbox, man, but that question it's been a sore spot with me because I know a lot of athletes, and I've had athletes to tell me that they would come to HBCUs if things were different.
Oh yes, just for the record, we love Soapbox. We even got a segment. We don't do this every Saturday, but we got a segment called Soapbox Saturdays. So we come here and air our grievances just like that. Ain't that right, kid?
Exactly.
Well, I feel like it would be great to see the athletes go to these HBCU, but like Mr. Thompson said, it's the money. And right now you look at it, I don't care whoever you are as a top athlete, you can go to one of these big schools, get this NIL money, one and done, and you're off to the league. You have a better, that's right now.
But
basically
on that point, I had an old professor, and Bird, you remember Dr. Moore, right?
I remember Dr. Moore. Dr. Moore.
Yeah, he said something to me a long time ago. He said, "Coach, you need to realize one thing." He said, "A lot of times having a successful athletic program is not so much money; it's your attitude."
Yes.
He said.
Yes.
He said that, and I think you guys will appreciate this, man. He said, you can't have athletics on Saturday and then stick them behind the bookshelf Monday through Friday.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what black schools do. And I'm telling you, as a coach, former coach of a black school, I've said that to chancellors and got in trouble for saying it, but what the hell? But you can't have athletics and all that hoopla on Saturday and don't work on it Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
you got to support it.
What's the
Right.
first word?
And that, you know, that's I've heard of administrator. She was a female. I like the lady, but she made a statement one time that I totally disagree with. She said, "Well, athletics is just a necessary evil." No, it's not.
No,
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 it's not.
no, no,
No,
no.
it's not. It's the flagship of your university.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah.
You know,
All of which
you
is
know
ain't no bringing in money.
yeah, when the track team is on TV, the basketball team is on TV, no HBCU could pay for that amount of exposure.
Right.
That's the exposure that you can get. You know, if you put money in your program, put an effort in your program Monday through Friday, you're gonna see the difference on Saturday.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's 3:46. This is the Studio W Sports page. We got to transition to the next segment. And for this segment, we're gonna kick this off with Mr. Derek Galloway, who kindly asked us to kick this next segment off. Because Derek, you asked for a couple minutes to give your spiel on this tape.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to go to this early, but
it was 3:46. We still got to get this because this is going to take a minute. And then we got to get, I don't know if we're going to have time to play who got it wrong, but we got to get into our picks. And you know this about to go off the rails. So I feel like this right now be the perfect segue for it.
Okay. Let me just answer this real quick question about the HBCUs. I know where I'm off subject, but I'll just speak on it from a North Carolina standpoint. If you could imagine Lawrence Taylor going to an HBCU in North Carolina, or Michael Jordan going to an HBCU in North Carolina, all those Duke and North Carolina basketball players, could you imagine how much money would have been brought in the 80s and 90s? But I'll jump off that. I'll leave that. I just wanted to say that real quick. But
yeah.
As far as the subject we wanted to talk about, well, I wanted to talk about real quick. And again, this is my opinion. This is thought-provoking. This is to get you thinking about the scandal that has happened recently with the NBA and what's going on, and what we're seeing and what we're not seeing. From the last couple of days, my brain has been saying to me, Derek, ask this question, or Derek, say this. And that question is, how important or how big is business for the NFL and NBA, right? Those businesses are huge to the point where they've gone out and gotten billion-dollar deals with these streaming channels, both the NFL and NBA. Now you got to do Amazon and Peacock and Netflix to watch TV. And now they've ventured into other things, going outside of the country, playing games overseas. They're trying to bring in a lot of revenue. And what else brings in revenue? The thing that brings in revenue for both of these is gambling, right? In the last couple of years, they've made gambling relevant, but they've also exposed some of the players because of that, by not protecting them. I don't know if you heard Jaylen Brown from Boston speak about it, how not protecting the players. But every 5 seconds, if you're looking on TV, there's a commercial with Kevin Hart, Shaq, Kevin Hart, LeBron, talking about all of these gambling sites and going here and gambling and going here and putting prize picks and this, that, and the other. Okay. But what happens to a big business when one of the big faces is exposed or put out there when something bad happens in this genre of gambling, right? Right now, we're looking at every time it comes up, all you see is Chauncey Billups' face and Rozier. But you aren't seeing the other 30. You aren't ever showing the other 30 people who are, involved in this. Well, why is that? Why are they not showing? Hold on. Let me finish this. Follow me real quick.
I'm following.
Why are they not showing these other people's faces, whether it's, the people behind the scenes, mafia, whomever, right? And we take a step back and we go back into the 90s, and there were issues with people gambling and things like that. And there was a big hoorah about, Michael Jordan. Hey, he's retiring. But why is he retiring? There was speculation that maybe he gambled and maybe he was suspended, and they wanted to not compromise the NBA by saying, hey, he was doing illegal gambling. It will compromise the business and throw it in the trash.
I can't say that because these type of things.
You gotta let me finish the point, please. Let me finish the point and get to that puzzle. Let me put it together for you. Just follow me. Let me follow me real quick. So if, let's say, for instance, Mr. Jordan was suspended, but they phrased it as him retiring, right? That's a big face, and they put him in that situation where you don't want to compromise the business or compromise the NBA in this. Who is to say that all of a sudden the face of the NBA today is in that same compromised position? That now, all of a sudden, the face of the NBA has sciatica 2 weeks right before the season starts. We all seen this, the King, playing golf and doing all of this summer. He didn't have sciatica then.
You gonna let us?
He was in this situation of, just playing, and all of a sudden, right before the season starts, 2 weeks before, there were 3 or 4 players that got busted in a house for gambling. Gilbert Arenas and Malik Beasley and a few others. And it came out that they were not only gambling in the house illegally, but there was a big name that was involved with it. So again, I'm just throwing it out there. It's my opinion, my thoughts. I'm throwing it out to you if you wanted to catch the fish and see how it goes.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and catch the fish.
All right, guys, sit back and buckle up.
Because I
leave my boy alone. That's my dog.
That's
my dog. That's my dog.
Oh, but the thing is, all they doing is using these names or these people that they're catching about gambling. It's just something that didn't follow the guidelines of what has already been in place. I mean, you act like before they even made gambling official in the NBA and the NFL, all that, it was already going on. They just opening the door and exposing bits and pieces of it here and there. And everybody that then got towed off for this illegal gambling or these names that they didn't put the faces that they done put in place. It's just because somewhere down the lines, they thought they were bigger than the program. So regardless of who face it is or how big you are, it ain't gonna never stop. I mean, it's just something to get something to.
It's just like weed. They can't stop it, so go try legally, go try to monetize it.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It ain't and ain't important. You act like this ain't been going on since the beginning of sports.
Hey, Aunt Elma.
The gambling thing been in there since the beginning of time with sports. Even when Mr. Spurl and Mr. Thompson era, it's something that been going on. Remember the dude, the white guy that played basketball that got caught point shaving, and they had the big thing with the mafia and all that back in the 80s or something. The college basketball player that was point shaving for the mafia in games. What?
Yeah,
ain't nothing happening to them. It's nothing happening to these guys what real punishment are they giving them?
What I'm trying to say is, a lot of times, even if you go back to Tim,
it still ain't hurt, but it ain't hurting. It still ain't hurting the league.
What I'm saying is, they try to make sure that it doesn't hurt the league by either brushing it under the table. If you go back and look at what was the referee that cheated in the playoffs and stuff, right? Because Donahue, right? What I'm saying though is, if it compromises the sport, it could cost them billions of dollars.
But it ain't compromising. It ain't compromising nothing, because long as they still got players to put out there on the court, they gonna do it, and they gonna continue to gamble.
But you have to understand.
All you need is 10 players.
If it comes out, the point is, if it comes out that the biggest face or the face of the NBA is on this, right, and they're secretly suspending him by putting it as it's a sciatica problem, or he got a back issue, a nerve issue. If it came out that it was Michael Jordan back then, it would have compromised the NBA. They would have lost millions, billions of dollars. Same thing today if it comes out with LeBron. No matter any other player, but your face cannot be compromised. If he is the face of the league, it comes down to more eyes. Now it's the FBI. Now it's ABC, NBC, CNN reporting it.
Who cares?
Okay.
Who cares?
You're not hitting my point with what I'm trying to say, but I hear you.
I mean, who cares if they came out here the day of tomorrow and said LeBron James was in the gambling ring? You think that's really going to affect the NBA or anybody that plays?
I'm not really going to compromise the integrity of the NBA. But it would hurt the league's image. People would look at the NBA as, hey, this is not real.
How many people have heard the NBA image since the NBA has been the NBA? Come on, bro. It's been a lot of black eyes on the league and in the NFL.
Not to this nature. Not to this nature.
Ray Lewis got away with murder twice in the NFL and won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Let's not do this. Kobe Bryant had an issue. It didn't stop. It didn't hurt the integrity of the NBA, and that was a rape case.
Listen,
that's right.
Let's look.
Listen.
No. If you want to talk about faces and names or hurting the product, let's talk about it. It's been a lot of eyesores.
What you're talking about, those 2 examples you're talking about are individual doing individual things.
But these are individuals that got caught gambling.
All right, fighters to your corners. Fighters to your corners.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Are we starting this again?
Fighters to your corners. Just calm down. Reel it back in. All right, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Spur, you heard the litigations between my 2 esteemed colleagues. I want to get on. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I'll just say one thing, man. If a man can afford to pay you $20 million a year, how much is he making? If I can play 14 players $20 million, how much am I worth? And the people who have the big money, they could care less about image because they deal with substance. They deal with dollars and cents. And they can get another player to be the face of the league. In fact, they make the players who they want to be the face of the league. So it's all controlled.
Thank you.
That's my opinion.
My thing is, if it ain't benefiting me, then it's wrong to their asses. It's wrong. But if it was benefiting them, it wouldn't be a damn problem.
Yeah.
And then you only showing Chauncey Billups and these other 2 brothers. Where's the mob at? Where's these mob people that you guys are talking about that's doing all this illegal gambling and all this? And I guarantee you some of them owners are in this shit too. Where are they facing?
That's my point.
I just want to know because they say
but the owners have the money. So they can dictate what they want to do.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah. Those the biggest gamblers.
I can say 2 words: media distraction.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I can see that.
Because hold on, when John Gotti got locked up, that supposed to have been the end of La Costa Nostra?
Yeah,
that's what they. That's what they thought.
Yeah,
and it's funny because his crime family, the Gambino crime family, was implemented. The only crime family that wasn't implemented was the Colombos, and I find that mighty strange. And I find that kind of they mentioned the crime family, but they didn't mention the exact names because I think once they get down to naming the exact names, they can tie that up to some of these league officials and league owners that's allowing these things to slip through the cracks.
Next thing you know,
there's definitely some inside jobs going on for all this.
Next thing you know, you're gonna hear the Fed saying that they had something to do with the SNAP benefits.
Hey, Casper telling them are messing with the wrong people, the mob.
Oh, they've been messing with them. They've been.
They gonna say the Bob had something to do with the government shutdown for all the SNAP benefits.
You just don't want to do that.
The whole timing is suspicious. The whole timing of it is all suspicious anyway. Because remember, I mean, it was all that stuff that basically the internet almost stopped on Thursday morning, around 9 o'clock when all this went down. Now, here's another angle that nobody else was talking about. And I posted this earlier today. Okay, we talking about, are we showing this two faces? Now, let's talk about another individual, with Shohei. The whole situation with Shohei, they had something similar with that, but they fixed that, in a day and a half?
It took a little bit long there, but they did move pretty swiftly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So something like that kind of makes you say, okay, one of the biggest superstars they got, and this is the face of baseball, but they cool, whatever happened, they fixed it within 48 hours. Basically.
But the point of that, Kevin, is they made sure the face of baseball was cleared immediately. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah. That's the point.
Yeah, and then
Let's just bring out the damn Epstein files. That's all. Let's just do that.
That's what the distraction is for. That's what
idiot distraction.
Okay, let's stop the BS. Let's just bring out the Epstein files. Okay, how about that? We want to talk about illegal stuff.
But see, it's so crazy because with this sports betting, it was the owners that agreed to allowing it. Right or wrong. So you can't be mad at the player because I want to go out here and win me a couple of extra dollars.
No. It's different levels.
I mean, but still,
they signed off on this so the players can be the fall guys.
Yeah, exactly. And of course.
And you got dozens of fall guys now.
I mean, but
thank you, Mill.
But me personally, if I'm in the NBA, I'm not gonna be stupid enough to.
Yes, you is.
No.
Man, look, these mob people, man, they got ways of putting you in between a rock and a hard place.
Well, they'll have to put me between a rock and a hard place because you ain't gonna cost me my career.
How y'all
pad your pocket, bro?
How y'all worrying about Uber money?
You think I'm going? You just gonna have to put me between that rock and the hard place, and I choose to go to I'll choose either route. But you ain't gonna make me do something that I don't want to do.
See, you thinking about yourself. They thinking about your family members. You got to understand. You got.
Okay, and you touch one of my family members, I touch one of yours. It's called tick for tack.
Man, okay.
That's why he's my street analyst. When he take it to the streets,
look,
something different.
Ain't nobody untouchable. You can threaten me all you want.
Oh, I love you.
I'm sorry. Regardless of how powerful this La Costa Nostra thing is and all that stuff, at the end of the day, you still forget that you a man and you got to stand on your own 2 feet regardless.
That is, brother.
Oh,
regardless. And if you allow somebody to make you do something like that, you have no standards for yourself as a man. You're a coward.
I love it.
Same way. See, it can be one man to take on 100 and come out on top.
Exactly. That's why he's my street analyst.
Come on, bro. At the end of the day, you got to have some integrity about yourself in anything that you do.
Yes. So, anybody else want to weigh in? Anything else? Y'all got everything out of this one?
All I can say is
leave that one alone, man. Ain't no one man taking out no mob, but okay.
It's all you gotta say is stay tuned.
Right.
There'll be more names coming.
All right, so we're gonna keep this in the WNBA, and I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. There's been a lot of exciting action going on. I've been thoroughly outside of this scandal.
WNBA.
This been one of the best 2 days, opening 2 days of the NBA.
Oh, but you said WNBA.
You say WNBA.
Oh, my bad. Well, we're gonna get to that later also. But the NBA.
Wemby.
What do you guys think of these last couple of days?
I think Wemby is coming for that MVP and defensive MVP. He looked good, man. Unstoppable.
So yeah, so there was a question that WB mentioned who is one of the best player so far right now, and to me, and like I said, Wemby sent a message right out the gate.
Yes, he
I
did.
mean, and especially on again, he embarrassed Dallas by himself.
I ain't answered this question yet.
But here's the thing, because anytime when you body basically street clothes and Derek Lively on the same night, and then what made it so bad?
He said street clothes.
Well, yeah, I mean that's been the running joke for since last year. Yeah, because he can't stay healthy. That's the reason why. But anyway, it made AD go up there talking about there needs to be a height limit. A height limit for what? Why? Why? Because you couldn't handle Wemby? Because you gotta be he could be putting people on posters all season long and blocking shots at the same time.
They were saying Wemby was AI generated. He's the player that you create on 2K and play with.
Well,
I'm sorry, bro.
I've been more impressed with Steph shooting the first 2 nights.
Yeah, he was hot.
Yeah. He definitely made that little 49, that little 40-something by Luka and them Lakers look non-existent.
What are you trying to aggravate me, dude? What are you trying to do? You trying to pick at me, dude? All day. It's been all day. So
I saw a meme where Luka, Austin Reeves, and Bronny James all combined for 70 some odd points.
And how much did Bronny get?
0.
Either way, it won't enough to stop the chef from cooking.
Yeah, that ain't your team. You're a Knicks fan this year.
SGA had a good
I've been
outing.
a Knicks fan. Yep.
SGA was looking good, and I saw somewhere where Aaron Gordon
dropped 50 and hit 10 3-pointers.
Aaron Gordon had 50 points. Okay, so this is another example, Bill.
For opening night, he was on fire.
Okay, now see, this is one of those running jokes that you have a good night, and what was the mail you said last week? Somebody needs a pee in the cup. So, we're gonna have to run this back because you drop 50 points.
You know this
10 for 11 from 3.
Yeah, how many drug tests was issued?
So
you saying that man he had to be on drugs?
Man, whenever a brother balls out, he has to pee in a cup.
Well, then women need to get ready to pee in the cup. Pee in the cup. Need to pee in the cup.
He's not a brother.
Well, he ain't American either. Pee in the cup.
Whenever brothers ball out, they gotta pee in the cup.
I could agree with that because Myles Garrett came out and said for the last couple of games they came to him, and he's been wrecking it with Cleveland. I know they're not winning, but if you look at Cleveland playing on defense, I know I'm off subject with the sport here, but just talking about the peeing in the cup, he has been wrecking offenses by himself, and he basically came out and said, "Hey, last couple of games they came up to me and asked me to pee in a cup." I can agree with that. Yeah, it has been the case. But going back to street clothes, Kevin, since you brought that up, since you brought up street clothes, he could be another person that could be implemented since he had a lot of injuries and missing a lot of games. Right. For some of this gambling stuff. Just jump back into that. But anyway,
now they want to put load management into it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what other players were doing. All of a sudden, injuries at games.
Hey, Mr. Sparrow.
Yes, sir.
You could tell that something was wrong when they started load management, and you can sit there and see them on the sidelines. There's nothing wrong with them. You already knew something was up with that when they started doing it. I just feel like taking the next 4 or 5 games off. Y'all go ahead and find a reason.
So you're saying Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, and a lot of these other players that were mysteriously jumping out of games?
Hold on. You can
Possibly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, how you gonna say it's load management, but you can't give nobody a reason for why you giving them this load management time. It ain't never been you don't see no injury report about them or nothing like that.
What if Greg
It's just
Popovich
load management?
What if Greg Popovich name come up?
Ooh.
The godfather of load management.
Now,
that's what it came from.
This never happened in Sparrow's era. never happened. Like load management was never, there wasn't even existed.
But players,
Sports gambling was.
but
Sports
players
gambling
playing
existed
back then. They played a lot of games, but what they realize is that you playing all of these games, your career is not going to get past 8 years. But if you load manage, you could play 20 years. And I mean, Kareem was the exception, right? But you could play 20 years, 15 years longer if you load manage. You know, playing with today's basketball, people are playing through the summer. They're playing AAU. They're playing all year round. So they're looking at, hey, during the NBA season, I'll use the start of it to get in shape. And I'll play throughout Christmas. And then come January, February, I'll start, you know, playing this load management game, you know, during the dry parts of the year. I think what's happening is people are starting to realize it and see things that are happening with this gambling. And it could be bad if those 30 other names get out. Let's just say that.
I think the 30 names are going to get out.
The 30 other names going to be all bench players.
All right, so I'm gonna spin this back to Mr. Mr. Thompson. Give me your most impressed. Give me your your three most impressive players so far this NBA season. I know it's only been a couple of days. Give me your top three. Your best three.
It's only again.
I have to be honest, man. I haven't watched any of those games.
Bronson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I can't speak on it because I haven't watched any of the games.
Yeah. I would think Bronson looking good. Alexandra's looking good. Who else I seen? Luka's looking good. I haven't seen anybody else that I can put in there right now. It's still early.
Yeah.
It's still early. 2 games can't. I mean, I can't determine.
Yeah. See, the one good thing is that I'm glad that you're not getting caught in what I call prisoner of the moment type. So you have to see, and that's been one of our biggest problems. Like we see something great, and then we just jump on like, oh, this be like, oh, this gonna be their year, or this gonna be.
I can't even put Step in there because that's what he do. You know what I mean? You can't. I wouldn't even throw his name out there. That's what he do. That's what he do. There's certain guys. That's what they do. I mean, you know, if you're looking at other players, I'm looking at the other players. Step is he's just in a league by himself.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So
hey. All right, real quick. I know my Aunt Emma's watching. Hey, Auntie, if you got a question, go ahead and drop us real soon, because after this question, I want to throw out a WNBA question for you guys, and before we get into our NFL picks, is that all right?
Yeah. So have you by chance watched the Pacers? I think it was Thursday night when they played OKC. It ended in I know it ended in was it double overtime?
Yeah,
double overtime, and it was and the Pacers lost on a heartbreaker. So I didn't know have you had a chance to watch it?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it. Okay.
Oh, didn't they play? Didn't Miles Turner already get some revenge on his old team opening night?
I don't.
Yep, Milwaukee did play Indiana opening night.
Oh, they did.
And
yes, and
Giannis went off.
And Miles Turner had 19 and 9. Yeah, they had Miles Turner had a good game. He had like 19 and 11.
That must have been last. Was it last night?
No, night before last.
Opening night.
Okay. I saw that too.
I thought they were Wizards opening night.
No, yeah, it was the Wizards.
The Wizards played
No, because it was the Wizards in Milwaukee on opening night.
Yeah, he played the Wizards.
Yeah, because they haven't played each other yet.
Oh, well, Miles Turner looked good in that Milwaukee.
But I mean, anybody.
It was the Wizards, dude.
It was
exactly.
The Wizards. Come on, man. It's a high school squad. I'm sorry.
Huh?
It was a high school squad.
Hold on, but that same high school squad that you talking about just went on the road and beat Dallas last night. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but
didn't Dallas get beat by almost 40 opening night?
No, they got embarrassed by San Antonio. But like I said, I think it's safe to say that, like you said, Mil, okay, the first week has been great. We see a lot of overtime games, a lot of close games. Is it safe to say that Wemby is box office? It's must see.
Oh yeah.
Prisoner of the moment, Kevin?
Yeah, that's what he seemed like.
I'm asking the question. I'm just asking the question.
That's what it seemed like.
But now, okay, let me ask you this.
But
how far do you think they're going to go?
they can only go. But see, all right.
I
I know everybody on this Wemby train. But have y'all looked at the play of the rookie that he has to go along with him there now, right now?
And the fact that they aren't Fox back yet either.
Dylan
Once
Hopper.
they get Fox back, they're going to be very explosive.
Yeah, like, Dylan Hopper, that's a lot to put on a young man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna try to get. We got the boss guru, Mr. Mark Daniels, join us. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everybody?
Good. I know you
Great. What's going on, Mark?
Oh, hanging in there.
Hey, Mark, we in the middle of this NBA talk. Hey, have you been following it real quick? You want to chime in?
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Start cooking.
Well, we start off, like I said, for me, it's opening night, great. Victor Wembanyama. I was worried because, he had that blood clot in his shoulder, but looked like yesterday he's got that taken care of. His game, it's amazing how much it has transformed in this past year. I just hope he stays healthy because he's getting ready to take over that next level in the league of things if his health stays in place. But you see, there's also a lot of unpredictability that's going on in the league too. Because I watched the Lakers opening night; they get blown out. Then last night they blow out Minnesota. You see, Dallas was coming with a lot of hype. Now the fans is chanting, "Fire Nico again." You look at, it's still early. So to me, it's still a filling out process. Somebody mentioned the Wizards, but hey, they won last night. So, I go from that opening night of saying, okay, as we back in to waking up the next morning and seeing like everybody getting arrested. And it's very serious, what's happening now. I think a lot of it has to do with, we got so many different betting formats that we can go on and bet on these games and bet on what a player is going to do. And I play Prize Picks almost every day.
Excuse me, because I think DeMar DeRozan, Tobias Harris, Ja Morant, Sabonis, and CJ McCullough were point shaving last night in my picks.
Hey, let me tell you something. Seriously,
ain't nowhere in the world you gonna tell me that DeRozan don't score 10 points.
Well, let me tell you how this works, though, Romar. Seriously,
that's gambling. That's illegal.
Growing up back in Ohio,
in 4 quarters, you give me 7.
Well,
yeah, hello, guys, govern yourselves accordingly.
Like I said, you're in a position now where growing up, I've been growing up around betting basically my whole life. And Ohio is a way of life. West Virginia is a way of life. And it's gotten to a point now where I'll say it's getting dangerous now because we used to always say back in the day when players didn't perform a certain game or whatever, hey man, he got paid off, or we used to say that in a joking way. Now it's starting to become serious, and it's a thing where, in a case of, let's just say the case of Chauncey Billups, if you venture off and you start dealing with some illegal stuff, or you start dealing, see, this is the part all we see is they show up at the arena and they play. We don't see the pressure that comes. We don't see the pressure that comes from the outside world. And depending on what city you playing in and what's going on, hey, that underground is no joke. The mob got a way of getting a hold of you if they want to.
Sounds like you agree with what I said, Mark. Thank you.
And it's one of those things where I'll say in Chauncey Billups' case, and ain't no one really brought up Gilbert Arenas, but he was the first one that they got.
Right.
And he must have gotten there and got to singing like he was with the Temptations, because now everybody is. And here's the problem with it, bro. Here's the serious problem. Once you get involved in this, there is no getting out. There's no way of getting out of it. And unless you're a top format person, now you got to start watching the people that you hang around with.
Yes.
Even the people that you think is your right hand man, you got to say, hey, for the longest, Damon Jones was tight with LeBron. Ain't no way. I couldn't think that LeBron would imagine this dude been hanging around him, even got him in a position where he's, helping him get assistant coaching positions, whatever, to the point where this dude, in my opinion, undermined all that trust.
And yeah, I think Damon Jones is tied with everybody.
But you know what people don't say, and see, he didn't bring it up the other night. I'll tell you who he was closest with. He was tight with Shaq.
Yeah.
So now you're in a position where you got to really watch who you are associating yourself with, because you know what? I hate to say it, and it comes out wrong, but I guess everybody's subject to selling their soul.
That is true.
Because once you get yourself connected with this, you are stuck with it for life. There is no way around getting out of this.
Thank you, Mark.
Because
I was saying the exact same thing earlier. There's a guy on here who said he's bigger than the mob and he could get out of it.
No, let me tell you how this works. Chauncey, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's true. Say Chauncey Billups said, hey man, look, this thing gone too far. I'm trying to get, I'm out. Then he get a call and they say, hey Chauncey, how you doing? Okay, well, I hear you thinking about moving on. Yeah, I got a head coaching job, man. I can't get caught up in this. Yeah. Well, I see little Chauncey Jr. is riding that little bike around the corner this afternoon. He looked pretty good on that bike. Huh? Yeah, he looked good on that bike. You want him to keep riding, don't you? What do you mean? Like I said, you want him to keep being able to ride that bike. Well, I think you might want to revisit what you said a little earlier. See, once you get caught up into this, man, it's way more than just being the casual fan. I mean, if you want to get a real indication of how serious this is, to go back and look at that movie, Goodfellas and all that. I mean, this is serious stuff. And it's at a point where you have to start wondering. You hear Adam Silver, I'm shocked. What is he shocked for? The league is tied into prize picks and DraftKings and Underdog. I mean, there is no everybody. Hey man, I remember back home, they even used to bet on the high school games. So when it comes to that underground world, everybody for some reason thought, the mob, they done died out. Hey man, look, all these, and Chauncey Billups' case, I ain't never heard of nothing so bizarre in my life. Where you go to play poker, they got you playing at the poker table. They got this table set up where it got an X-ray thing underneath. They know every card you got.
And he the only one face they show him when they talk about these 30 people.
Yeah. And
Chauncey
guess what?
Set that up. He ain't do none of that stuff.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. He ain't gonna bring up no other names. If he care about himself. And here's the problem. He just ruined his career.
Yeah,
you got
a lifetime.
You got Terry Rozier. He just ruined his career. And the thing that's sad with Terry Rozier, somehow he had gotten out of it, and somebody came back, and somehow, I don't know, this brother fighting for his life.
I heard in the alleged stages right now.
But here's the problem. Malik Beasley got put on that alleged stage, and it cost him a $42 million contract. Because Detroit wouldn't re-sign him because they said, hey, man. And then, the part that was sad, once they did the investigation a month or two later, they cleared him. But by that time, Detroit then went and signed Duncan Robinson. They said, man, we gave up money to somebody else.
Yeah, but Malik I think Malik signed with somebody before the season started.
No, he didn't get the money. If he did sign, he ain't get the money.
Free agent.
Hey, now people scared to touch him. See, once your name get tied to that stuff, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to deal with. It's because there's too many formats involved. You got social media. Which is the worst thing. Nobody believes it's the worst thing that's ever happened to man. I mean, they could get away with it back in the day because you didn't have that many outlets. Hell, you don't know who got what on you now.
Mark, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who is the name? I forgot the name. You told me the other day, Kevin. Who is the name of the guy from Toronto that got banned out the league?
Dante Porter.
Okay. What are the stipulations that he may have been one of the ones that because the feds pulled him. Remember this, right? They pulled him, and all of a sudden he's got a court date or something coming up soon, and now all of this information is coming out.
He didn't have to, because the same way they caught Jonte Porter is how they caught Terry Rozier.
Well,
They caught him, but not him only. They caught a few others.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about the stipulations of like who else is involved.
Well,
This
here's
table,
the thing.
how these glasses being involved. How is this being involved? How is that? How did all these other 30 names come out about this?
Because
Mark, I said this earlier. I said, remember when Jordan was retired and he retired all of a sudden?
Well, he had to because they had. I mean, to cut you, Derek. They had to. He better retire because they had him, and they couldn't let the marquee name of the league.
Thank you. You missed the whole spiel earlier about this.
Get the Pete Rose treatment.
Okay.
Because
Mark, hold on. How does this? Yeah, goddamn right. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna talk about this. Where Roma at? Bring Roma back on here. Look, Mark, check me out.
Rain.
Mark, you know I'm gonna get this.
Go ahead.
Mark, how does this not apply to a certain superstar today that also has, out of the blue, a sciatic nerve? You know what I'm saying? Problem. How is that not coincidental here, Mark?
Here's the whole thing. When it happened with Michael Jordan, just so happened, this is the truth. Just so happened, when it came down to Michael Jordan, they came to him and said, "Hey, man, look, they had already, I can't say who, someone I knew, they had already been rumblings about, what he was doing in Atlantic City, what was happening, with his gambling there. It got to a point where they say it got so bad, he gambling, owing people money, didn't want to pay him off. They say that's part of what got his dad took out. But then it got to a point where they said, man, there's so much evidence here on him. But the league could not afford to ban this dude. So the next thing they said, Mike, look, you're gonna have to take a year or so off, let this die down a little bit, because right now it's on fire. So that is why.
Relation to this today with the current face of the NBA.
Well, I put it to you like this.
Can you say that is he really the face of the current NBA?
But hold on, Romar, hold on. What he's saying is this. Regardless of where he's at in his career, he is the face of the NBA right now. And everything kind of revolves around him until he decides to go away from the game. It's awful weird to me that all of a sudden he got a sciatica and he ain't playing for the first 2 weeks.
And that's never happened in his career.
But then the excuse could be, but hey, he ain't never been 40 years old either. So I get that.
He was just golfing just a couple of weeks ago. We saw him swinging at golf.
But now you got the sciatica. Here's the problem.
And that swing could have aggravated that sciatica.
Well, I tell you what, that investigation could have irritated that sciatica too. See, look, right now, here's the problem. It's getting to be way bigger than what we think, because once people start talking about they going to prison for a minute, people start singing, bro.
Well, we already seen that with Gil.
And see, at some point, I don't know when, Gilbert Arenas kind of laid it out there when they first messed with him a couple months ago. He said, man, look, check this out, bro. I'm just going to be serious with you.
I ain't going back to jail.
I go down, everybody going to take a little sit down. And you got to remember, he's not a normal dude. It's something, that brother, as intelligent as he is, there's something with him that's always been off to me. But the one thing that wasn't being off to him, he said, man, I ain't doing this by myself. If I go, there's going to be a few more that's going to be cellmates with me down here.
And what did he say a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago where he was gambling? Whose house was he at, Mark?
Oh, he was at Chauncey Scribbs.
Okay.
And so
who else was there? Who else was there? He said it.
Oh, he said LeBron goes.
There you go.
So it's one of those things like this. The league's going to have to get a grip on it, because You might be able to get rid of a Terry Rozier or a Chauncey. You know what? You had a shot at coaching. There's another brother that blew his chance. But when you start bringing in these names like LeBron, now you got something got to get under control here. And what it comes down to is this: we got a president that's coming for all of this. Because see, you remember when he had casinos and he had gambling stuff going on in Atlantic City? Somehow they got whatever happened. Atlantic City went to the wayside. Everything he had going got messed up. This brother is coming for people, man. And when you start having press conferences where the head of the FBI is headlining,
Yes, I just saw that. FBI want to talk to Adam Silver.
And
so when you start having the head of the FBI headlining a press conference, now normally you catch say it's Chauncey Billups and my man Rozier. You know the league might have a little press conference. That's it. You got the head of the FBI out here.
Usually with those, Mark, you'll get like the local or state.
That's what I'm saying. You'll get a couple people. You might get a couple people. You do not get the head of the FBI in this.
Exactly.
Now, when you start getting these cats in here, when you start getting these dudes in here, I mean, brothers better really be careful. I don't even know if I go to Vegas at this point. I mean, if I did, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be. I guess I'd be a slot machine, dude, because I ain't playing nothing else. I mean, I'm not messing with nothing else. Because you go to play cards, hell, you can't even play on the team bus no more. And that used to be a big thing, they say, on the flights and all that. You know, they play, gambling, and you didn't have dudes that got into fights over, on them team planes because of the gambling.
Pulling guns, knives, everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's what got Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton railroad.
I said a long time ago, I mean, has someone been there to whoop Gilbert Arenas' hind parts, none of that would ever happen. That's all he needs, somebody to just whoop him one good time. Because he was man.
Well, here's the problem, Mill, at this point. As crazy as it sounds, he might be the most protected of all of them. And let me tell you why.
Why is that, Mark? Please tell us. Yes.
Because he might bring out some people like Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, because he might have been instructed, hey, you might want to get your buddies here, but you better leave. You ain't heard nobody say anything about the mob's name or what connection. No, you ain't. I promise you, Mill, I promise you, you ain't going here.
Nah.
Hey, you got to remember, it's always that secondary dude that's going to have to take he's going to have to take a hit for. The main man ain't getting touched.
Man.
So you might
sound like you repeating what I said earlier.
So you might have Chauncey Billups who ain't ever getting another coaching job. That's a shame. Terry Rozier was in the last year of his contract, and to be honest with you, he would have got a veteran's minimum if he did continue to play in the next year, because his play done went way down. But I see why their play be going downhill. They tell them when to play. If you limp off the floor, you better not hit an open three. Miss that easy layup. Ain't no telling what these dudes is. If you get yourself caught up into this, there's no way out.
Now, be more specific, Mark. What do you mean into this? Into who?
I don't know how it goes down, but hey, these guys get to meeting guys, and all of a sudden, hey, you're gonna meet my buddy Guido. That's the beginning of the end. And a lot of these cats, even though we see these enormous contracts, Mr. Sparrow can probably add more onto this than I can. A lot of these dudes spend as quick as they get. And a lot of these cats, child support, $50,000 a month. Hey man, they got people to take care of. Mm-hmm. So once you get connected into that, I'm pretty sure they say, "Hey, don't worry about it. We got you," but you ain't getting out.
Well, this is your chance right here to talk that talk that you was talking earlier. Get out.
I still stand by what I said, but I'm doing something right now.
Mr. Thompson. Let me hear what Mr. Thompson got to say about this. I haven't heard from him in a minute.
In terms of what now?
As far as the
whole gambling situation.
Yeah, the whole gambling situation.
Well, I mean, gambling has been in athletics ever since I was born. I'm born in 1946, so I mean, it's nothing new. And the mob, I don't know where this people get this idea that the mob is gone somewhere. You know, they always have been there and they always will. It's like,
Exactly. They ain't going nowhere.
yeah, they already been here and they always will, you know, but
Right.
I agree with the fact that if you get caught up with them, there's no way out. But there's a lot of people that don't even get caught up with them. That's the best way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, don't get involved with it. But if you take that, if you and they know who to approach. They know the
Exactly.
ones that to approach. Bird can speak to this better than I
Exactly.
can. They
Exactly.
know the ones that uh, are not smart about their money,
Yep.
the ones that's flamboyant, the ones that's going to try to set up the bar and want to be the big man around town. They know those are the one they approach.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that are Hall of Famers in the NFL, and they told me the same thing that the guys that uh, when they get their money, they buying suits and cars and spending lavishly. Those are the ones that get approached.
Mm-hmm. I got a guy I'm getting ready to get on the show sometime in the next week or two. Chris Washburn to tell you that whole story.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Knowing, remember his story very well.
Yeah.
You know, but it depends on how you carry yourself and who you're around. And if you
Exactly.
want to be, unfortunately, most of us black guys who make it in the league don't have. Number one, they're not economically, financially literate and secure in what they do with their money,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have a plan as to
Mm-hmm.
what they're going to do with their money,
Yeah.
and they fall trapped to a lot of games. Because not only the mob, you got women, you got other people coming with them with schemes to
Mm-hmm.
try to get their money. It's
Mm-hmm.
a big, everybody's looking at a big payday once a professional athlete gets some money. Not only the underworld, but just family members and whoever.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen. I know I'm not gonna call his name, but I've seen a young man got a big contract to an NFL team, and now he's broke, and he ain't been out of the league 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Investing in family businesses and people coming at him with different type of schemes. So, it's sad, but unless the player has an understanding of financial literacy and some discipline, he falls prey to a lot of stuff.
And that's hard to navigate because you got the people that got you there. Hey, I'm your mama. I took you all to your games in Pee Wee League, and I took care of you. I fed you. Now the whole family's got their hand out. How do you navigate something like that, or try
Yeah,
to get to the point to that family doesn't turn their back on you because you said no? I mean,
Well, here's it.
you can't feed and give everybody, because what I've seen and what I've heard is once you do that, it's not going to stop.
Well,
It keeps coming back.
the way of handling that is, in my opinion, of course, I ain't been blessed to get to that point, but one of the things you do when you know or you have the intuition that, you know what, I'm going to be able to go to the next level with this. The first thing I think you do is you start looking at people that's been there before you and you see how things have worked out for them. The second thing you do in your mindset, you sit down with your family. You sit down with your mother. The most important people you're looking out for is your mother, your father, maybe, a couple of siblings, whatever. All those aunts, uncles, cousins. Hey, you know what? I'll see y'all when I can. Because you might get that first contract. You're really fighting to get that second one.
And that
And that
makes
third.
that makes sense, Mark. But they're not. I don't say every situation, but a lot of situations they don't come directly to that player. They'll go to that player's mother, talk to that mother, and say, "Hey, can you look out for a little Ray and cousin Kenny and Leon, and can you look out for Auntie? And can you, the mother is the one that's coming to that player and saying, hey, make sure you take care of grandma. Make sure you take care of your uncle. Make sure you take care of, me and your dad. And then don't forget your brothers and sisters." It gets to the point where I'm using the mom as a conduit to get the money out of your pocket. And that's the part of which tough to navigate? How do you say no to mom?
Because you don't. But what happens is that, in my opinion, that's where his mom's job to protect you.
True.
That's where his dad's job to protect you. That's where they supposed to build that fort around you and say, hey, ain't nobody, we ain't letting everybody put their hands on. He you know what? That's where you're supposed to be protected there. And of course, a lot of it depends on where you came from, where your upbringing was,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I'm not going to mention a name, but I grew up with a guy, several, but this one particular guy, he went to the NFL, came home, first or second year in the league, he was going to have a birthday party for his mom down at this place downtown back home. I went to him, talked to him. I said, dude, you know what? You might want to be careful with that because you're having a party for your mom. Everybody's invited. Not everybody's happy for your success. Something can end up going wrong. I said, why don't you have something for your parents, your mom, make it intimate, some of her friends, et cetera, et cetera. You got to limit it. Well, he didn't listen. He had that party for his mom. Seemed really nice. All of a sudden, later on that night, all hell broke loose. I mean, we're fighting all over town. Guess who ends up in jail? And he ain't done nothing. Him. But needless to say, I guess that was a wake up call he needed because he said after that, he said, you ain't got to ever worry about nothing else because I ain't doing it no more.
Yeah.
And he has not. And he has, I put it to you like this. After his career, he's on TV now, doing some things, really big things. So it depends on where, your background. I don't believe, and this is just my opinion, never believed you had to have a posse of people. I ain't never believed in that. Because my mindset is, okay, the day you quit, the day you retire or whatever happens, where do they go? Because they should have been having a life regardless, not sitting up here depending on you or being your hype or being a hype man for you and telling you everything you want to hear. I mean, so you have to limit different things. I don't know. Mr. Sparrow can probably bring this in better to me. Have you noticed a lot of times when young brothers get the opportunity to play at a pro level, like they say, the first thing you got to get is the cars, the suits, all that. But you ever notice the counterpart? And I understand they come from a different economic background, but the white players still live a very simple life. They still live in a regular neighborhood. They drive a little pickup truck, stuff like that. They don't come with all this other stuff.
A lot of them come from money.
That's why I said they come from a different economic background. But the point I'm making is sometimes if you just sit and watch, you might learn something. And what I mean by that is when you first get into a situation like that, live a simple life. Get you a couple contracts under you before you, I ain't saying you can't go out and get you a nice outfit, but hey man, these brothers was having dudes coming out, custom tailor-made suits. The guys, they have people come out and meet them in the city. How many times you gonna wear that suit?
I agree. I totally agree.
I mean, you got to sit up. You got to have a Phantom. Come on, hold on. Let's slow down.
I agree with you on that. But you have to understand it from the other side of the coin. If I grew up and my mother grew up, my dad grew up, my grandfather grew up, and they never had money, ever. And now I jump into this where all of a sudden I'm 18 years old and I got $50 million. What do you think I'm going to do? Right? I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. But it's just, if I came from nothing, I never had nothing, and all of a sudden I hit the lottery, I'm not going to live a simple life. I'm not going to be quiet with it. I'm going to go and do this, and this because I never had it before. My mother never had it before. My generational family never had it before. So I don't know how to build generational wealth. I
put it to you like this, Derek, if I played Powerball tonight, damn, and I won. I'm telling you now, ain't nobody know. I mean,
and that's smart because you already have the knowledge of how to build generational wealth.
I mean, I'm going to still do the simple things I do.
Years old.
I'm going to still do the simple thing. I guess what I say on the standpoint of a young athlete. See, that's what your agent is supposed to have the best interest for you in, and giving you advice on what to do and what not to do, and how. And somebody, I see where the league sets up these different seminars for these guys. and telling them how to invest, what not to do, what to do. Don't get caught up into this. Even to a point where they had a lady come in there and play this game like she flirting with one. They thought they were. I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, at some point, I understand what you're saying, but we can't keep using that excuse that, oh, we didn't come from this. Hell, you know how to talk to a woman. So you know when a woman got your best interest. If this girl didn't like me 5 months ago, but now I didn't hit the thing and she liked me, you mean my common sense ain't gonna say, oh, it's got to be because of the money? I mean, come on. I mean, some of this stuff is common sense. I mean, you know, in the NFL case, in the NFL guy's case, is real common sense because the only money you getting guaranteed to you is that signing bonus. You know, after that, it's a wrap. In NBA, your money might be guaranteed to you, but you see how quick they putting these dudes on the commissioner's list where you ain't getting paid. All you got to do is look on that NFL 30 for 30. They had this thing about broke, how they showing athletes. They had to think about these athletes and how after they retire, how quick. Like Burke Scott said best, you got a lot of thousandaires in there. There's a lot of millionaires because their money goes as quick as it comes. There's no education on telling a cat don't go out there having 8 kids by 8 different women.
There's one.
I know a couple of guys like that.
Yeah. What I recently learned, and I heard this from Warren Sapp,
Yes,
was
sir.
after you retired, after that 5th year of being out of the NFL, there is no healthcare no more for them. They have to go out and buy their own healthcare and pay out of pocket. And that's normal, you know, for regular human beings. But as a healthcare person or person working in healthcare, would it be financially smart for this Kaiser to bring in Warren Sapp and insure him, knowing his body is beat to hell? You know, like that's what's difficult about a lot of these athletes and things that, you know, people that don't play sports like myself and others don't understand how they lose their money so fast after they retire. I had no idea that, you know, health insurance was pulled from them like that. And they're on their own.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Well, see, the NBA. See, this is where the NBA can be cold. I know this dude. I know him. The guy in the NBA, Tony Snell. He played in the league. He had to play. I think he just had to sign with a team. And he would have got, I think, his 10th year or something like that, which would have insured him medical insurance for the rest of his life and his family. And they knew he had a special needs kid. Guess what? Nobody ever gave him a shot. Never signed him.
They wouldn't sign it.
See, this has just been in the last year or two. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And see, this, you know, when it comes to the NFL, I think their medical insurance and stuff is different now. But see, this is where, especially if I'm in the NFL, that's got to be the most important thing you can have is medical insurance because your body gets put through hell.
Yeah.
That lets you know how the Players Association and the union ain't looking out the way they're supposed to, because a lot of that could be negotiated and when it comes up for contracts and things like that with the Players Association and the NFL. So, you know, some of these things guys have to use common sense with. I understand what you're saying. I'm 100% with you. But I also understand this. And I guess the best way to put it is 2 weeks ago, I'm eating Spam and top ramens and making a pack of Kool-Aid go to three gallons of juice. To now I'm in a position where I got this money and it looks good, it feels good, but I don't want to go back to that Spam. So the best way to do that is to be smart with this, because if I'm not smart with this, that Spam you're talking about throwing out in the cabinet, you might want to keep it there because you will be seeing it again.
Yes.
If you don't go about handling your business right. And that's the way I look at it.
But I noticed that you keep saying that, you know, common sense, but common sense is not common, brother.
I agree with you.
You know, and I like what the brother said about the agent. That's what I've been hearing from a lot of professional athletes that I know. If you don't get the right agent, you kind of stuck. You got to get somebody that represents you, because it's difficult unless you have a wife that's a lawyer or somebody in your family that's a lawyer. It's hard to represent yourself against the owners and the other people that they have.
Yep.
You know, but I agree that somebody has to teach that athlete about being financially literate. And I agree with the brothers that said that your family, and I've heard this a lot from agents and NFL players, your family can be your worst enemy.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're right. You're right. I've heard that a number of cases. I know personally an athlete that's not even 27 years old that lost a lot of money because he tried to help his family members out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they come, like you say, your family members, they come to you with schemes and how to get rich. And then, you know, the thing that hurts us, especially black folks, you know how we act around Christmas time and things like that. We want to give everybody the most elaborate presents we can give.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody expects to get the most elaborate presents they can get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just spend money. We're not conscious when we spend our money. You know, it's very difficult for us to understand that we need to save, and that one day we're gonna be 60, 70 years old, and what do we have to look back on? What do we have?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Social Security and the other things are not guaranteed.
Yeah.
well, you know what? That's where, and Mr. Sparrow, again, you and the other gentlemen would know this way better than I do, but that is where you see guys like, rest in peace, guys like Junior Bridgman, that in the summer, during the off season, he went into different mentor programs and business programs and turned himself basically into a billionaire. I mean, instead of going out on these lavish trips and all going to the Dominican and all that for the summer, hey, involve yourself in some financial literacy
Right.
classes and learn about what you have gotten for yourself and how you can protect yourself and what could I do to expand this money once I am done playing.
But Mark, that's not what the internet says. The internet says I need to be a passport, bro. I need to be going over to Dubai. I need to be doing this. I need to get this, and I need to do that. So it goes back to influence and what surrounds us at all times, 24 hours a day. And I agree with you. The internet, while it's the information highway, it can be detrimental to a lot of ideas and things that you do in your life. I mean, it can make you make a lot of bad decisions if you don't have the common sense and the know-how of what to do.
Well,
so I agree.
I mean, like I said, you know what? You see a lot of old school cats that played in the league that didn't make that type of money. But man, they sure has been smart since they've been out the league with different things, businesses they've went into. They've educated themselves because hey, they knew that back in the day, a lot of those guys had to get jobs in the summertime or had to do different things, and they learned. And I mean, that other stuff can wait. I mean, I read an article on Vinnie Johnson where I think the most he ever made when he played in the NBA may have been $200,000. That dude's a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw Junior Bridgman do it. I mean, you have to want to do some of this. It can't always be again, but it also takes a great agent, financial advisor to guide you in those steps. Because yes, you're gonna be ignorant to it because you don't know. Hell, we don't know about all that stuff. But you got to set yourself up for after, because the average NFL life is what, maybe 4 or 5 years, and the way these dudes been going down with Achilles tendons injuries, hell, it might be less than that. With all these different things happening,
a lot of the stuff, Mark, comes with wisdom. Wisdom isn't given out when you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You know, it comes from experience. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
Well, you know what? I do believe this. When you see all those guys back at the Knicks games, John Starks, Latrell Sprewell, Bernard King, all those great players, you mean to tell me they don't ever reach out to none of these young dudes that might be on the Knicks team? Say, young fella, let me talk to you for a minute.
No, I'm sure they do.
You can't tell me they don't. It becomes a thing where that young brother needs to listen.
That's what I'm talking about. They have to accept that knowledge that's being passed to them.
See, what part to get skipped there is a lot of these cats don't want to hear nothing. Oh, hey man, I got my money. No, brother, it ain't that simple. That money ain't gonna always be there. You got to do something to make sure it stays. And so you can't. I mean, it would be hard for me to believe you get a dude like Magic. Have you noticed how all these guys that played like in the 70s, 80s, that's retired? Man, they did what they had to do when it came to investing, going to whatever they did to get things going. It's
Magic
been
had
this,
one of the worst contracts of all time. What was it,
well,
25 million for 25
yeah,
years?
but that wasn't gonna last but a year or two. When he signed that for 25 years, 25 million back then, yeah, that wasn't gonna last. I think they ended up doing that like the next year. They knew that wasn't gonna work. But the point is, he also had a great agent that led him in the right direction, in Lon Rosen, that led him. And he was, and with Magic, I mean, he got involved. He was smart. I mean, he got involved with the guy that owned Ebony Magazine, and that brother that owned that had a big stake in Pepsi Cola or Coca Cola. I mean, he took himself back because you got to remember, Magic left school his sophomore year.
Right.
And he took himself back to educate himself on what do I do after this. And that's what a lot of these guys have to do. I mean, you can't make them, but they need to. And if you don't educate yourself, you will be back at that cabinet with that spam in it sooner than you would think.
Right.
The next Antoine Walker.
Yeah, guys, it's almost 5 o'clock. We gotta push it. We gotta put a pin in this. Get back this late. We gotta get to the next segment, which is what is it, Kevin?
Week 8 NFL picks.
We gonna kind of blend in who got it wrong as we go along with these weeks. It's a short week, but we gotta get this out the way. And at the end of this, I got a WNBA question for you guys, but we gotta get these picks right now. But Mark, you sure know how to cook. I tell you that much. I get you one good topic on here, and you can just
and you just ran away with it for about a good 30 minutes. Man, but I tell you what, but it was well needed, and I'm gonna tell you what, we're going to end up taking it in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna marinate on that one.
Yeah, I agree with a lot. It wasn't a whole lot to disagree with you guys. You guys did great with that.
Hey, just a heads up. It looked like that fight, Mills. They get ready to stop this. Cyril Gahn and Espinal. I think his eye got messed up. First round, Aspinall.
Already in the first round.
Yeah, hey, Aspinall was bloodied up already. Then I guess he got poked in the eye. I don't know. They stopping it.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Is this overseas already, or
yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right, so I think we all had the Chargers beating the Vikings. I mean, that was just I thought that was just a tall order for the Vikings. They had a short week. I think they had a tough loss the week before.
What they did was the thing was when they lost to Philly. Then see now this where Mark comes in, and then when we talking about travel time, they had to travel 2 time zones in a short week, and then on top of that, Carson Wentz, and he tends to hold the ball on too long. And then he got hurt towards the end. On top of that,
okay.
On top of that, but also that San Diego got both of their tackles back at the right time. That made a big difference in the game.
Yeah, because they really ran.
He didn't have to run for his life.
Yeah, they ran over 100 plus yards.
Is it double? Like, what are you saying?
All right, so we mailed that one in, so we can go past.
So everybody got it right in this one. All right, we're gonna and thankfully no 9:30 games. Thank God this week. So fast forward to the 1 o'clock window. We got the Jets and the Bengals.
I know you want to fight.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So to set the scene,
I'm hearing some background noise. Somebody has some background noise going on.
Hey, I tell you what, they're booing Aspinall though. Man, they're upset.
But Tyrod is out. Justin Fields gets the call.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was a bone bruise. So and now Eric Glenn tried to keep it a secret as a gamesmanship advantage as to who to start, but it came out maybe like an hour and a half ago.
Well, after the owner blasted Justin Fields like that, I mean, can you really go back and say he's my starter? I mean, I know it's schematic and you want to keep it away from the other team, but still.
But I guess in this case, he had a choice.
Well, Derek, they're giving him he's still getting paid a game check, so yeah, he's going to be my quarterback this week.
The only reason because Tyrod's hurt. But if he
So
wasn't
the
hurt,
thing
he
is, the Browns.
No, it's
Bengals.
Jackson Bengals
Oh, give me the Bengals, man.
in Cincinnati.
Joe Flacco is hot.
You know,
Can y'all see?
if it's just what now, are they just going to win a game this year?
Can you see a world where Kirk Cousins might get traded to the Jets?
No, I can see a world where believe it or not, he's going to start tomorrow.
And if he looks good, if he looks good, there's a possibility he could get traded. Yes, I did.
Okay, but can I ask you a question though, real quick? There, are you still that confident that Michael Penix is the guy?
He looks bad this year. I mean, he looked good against us, but he looked bad this year. I'm not sure why he's regressing though. I mean, he's got all the talent around him. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on.
Remember when we had the thing when he first got drafted? Remember we had it on the show, and I said, man, I'm not a fan of this dude. I don't know.
I think he's still fighting his injury.
Could it be, Mark? Could it also be, and this is what we all talking about, the sophomore slump?
No, Atlanta just reached with that draft pick.
Yeah, none of us like that draft pick for him.
Nobody liked that pick at number 8. I'm like, y'all could have got him at the bottom of the first round.
Exactly. And they had way more pressing needs.
I just don't. I like him as a quarterback, but I don't think he throws the ball well. Meaning he has the arm shape. If you look at the way he throws, he uses his body to throw the ball, which makes it predictable of where he's going with it. He's not an arm thrower. He's a body thrower. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but I did the other night, and I thought that's kind of bad. You need to have more arm strength than that, young man.
But he does nothing
to have a pick.
But he does nothing that impresses me. I mean, when I saw him playing that Michigan game, I said, "What is all the hype about with this cat?" I mean, nothing against it. I want him to, but I just don't think he wouldn't have been the 8th pick in the draft for me. But that's.
All right, so are we mailing this one in?
Is this a mail-in?
Does anyone have the Jets winning this game?
No.
That's what this all boils down to. Is anybody picking the Jets?
No.
But I don't want Aaron Glenn to get fired though, man. That's the thing. I want them to win some games.
Now here's the thing. This is what Romar and I had a conversation about this last week. Oh, actually, you said this too, Mill. Flacco has one job. And Romar piggybacked on that and says, look, now that Flacco, Jamar, and T. Higgins are going to eat. And Sauce Gardner's out too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Sauce Gardner trade to the Eagles, but
nobody answered my question.
What was the question?
The question was, are the Jets going to win a game this year?
No. They'll win a you know what? They will win a game. They'll win one of those games where the team is resting everybody.
Yeah, you might get one.
Yeah, at the end of the season.
Probably towards the end.
Yeah.
And after maybe and Eric Glenn's hot on seat is about to get really hot.
No. So the next question is,
okay, go ahead.
And when have they last been relevant?
Since 2010.
No, they were relevant 2 years ago when Aaron Rodgers first got
Yeah.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
I agree with that.
If you count 4 plays in, yeah.
I agree with that.
They can miss me with that.
They were picking them to win or compete with that division. I mean, they had the star running back, 2 good receivers, and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
And they were relevant. They were relevant.
Did they make the playoffs?
Well, that wasn't the question. The question was, were they good the last time they were relevant?
Well, to me, relevancy.
No. Hold last time they was relevant, they had Broadway Joe as quarterback.
Yeah, that's right.
They ain't been relevant since Broadway Joe. They've been playoff teams, but no one has taken them seriously for real. Because even when they was a playoff team, they was in the Tom Brady era. Let's get serious.
Mill, thank you so much for making my.
Wait a minute. There's a rebuttal because they beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. If you want to be honest about it, they beat Tom Brady.
I'll give you one.
Well, were they favored to win the Super Bowl that year?
They went to the AFC Championship game that year.
And were they a Super?
The question
Were
was
they,
were
were
they
they,
relevant?
did
They went
anybody
to the
say the
AFC
Jets was going to win it all that year?
And nobody said no,
No.
not even coming close. Now, I have to say, acknowledge my brother, James Sparrow.
Yes.
Brother Sparrow,
Yes.
you're a Jets fan.
No.
Oh no, sir.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
I was just asking.
No, we'll get to that later.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
okay.
No,
He went-
I got everybody going with the Bengals.
He had on. Mr. Sparrow had on his Pacers
No,
gear.
sir.
I already
No,
know what
sir.
he's doing. Oh!
What?
I know
No,
you joking.
no, sir.
What?
No, sir.
Oh!
What is it?
Dad, you can't see this, but he has an Eagles #1 jersey with his name on the back.
What?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold it.
Yes, he's an Eagles fan. Yes, I love it.
Okay.
#1 got the
No.
#1
sir.
midnight green.
No, sir. No, sir. They're gonna draft me next year.
But they need people now.
Hold on.
There was a wide receiver position open.
No,
Oh my
no,
goodness.
sir. No, sir.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
goodness.
But anyway, no. So everybody's got the Bengals.
Okay.
All right. Next up.
Oh, this is funny.
Now, this is what you could say. Speaking of Kirk Cousins, this could be the trade showcase game.
Who's got some noise going on in the background? Is that Romar? Oh, you know what?
That sound like feedback.
That's not my phone.
My bad. It was me.
Oh, now that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Now this is hilarious. You see, everybody's sitting there looking at our phone, thinking who it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And I was ready to call somebody out.
and,
Okay, all
and
right.
look,
My bad.
we on a
You tried to. You tried.
Lord.
Oh my God.
Now, speaking of Kirk Cousins, this could be what we may call the trade showcase game. Since he's got the call and you playing against the Dolphins in
Is
Atlanta.
Is anybody picking the Dolphins?
No.
No.
One out the way. Is anybody picking the Dolphins?
No.
No.
If you looked at that game last week, did it look like the team quit on Tua?
Oh Lord.
Did it look like that?
And
It was painful.
not only that, the press conference was worse.
I
don't know who quit on who first. Did Tua quit on the Dolphins or
Oh,
the Dolphins
my
quit on
God.
Tua? But
After he called that team out, I think they quit on him. They
Hey,
stopped running
hey,
routes.
Yeah.
Once he went on there and got to once he called his teammates out, that's it. They ain't playing for him no more.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
You never do that.
It
That's
was
one thing you don't. I don't give a damn. I don't care. You don't never do that. Never.
I agree.
It was at that point you lost the locker room at that point. And
Oh,
then-
Oh
absolutely.
yeah. You never do that.
And then,
Never.
you'll never get that back. And then on top of that, there's no accountability from the top, from between ownership down. And then you made some actions. What was he says about? Oh, the reason why Jalen Waddle didn't get targeted that much because he couldn't see. He couldn't see his receivers. And you're 6'1", and you can't see.
Are they trying to go for the #1 draft pick?
maybe.
The Jets are. Yeah, the Jets.
Maybe.
The Jets and the Dolphins.
But see, Kevin and I had this little discussion earlier this week, and of course, we all know Mike McDaniel is on the hot seat, and he could get fired at any minute.
Yeah,
This week, Kevin?
he should have been fired 2 weeks ago.
And I'm telling y'all, there's a chance that he might not get fired till the end of the season because this thing is so bad in Miami. It would make no sense to bring anybody else into it.
In other
So
words,
what you're saying, Will, they're gonna have to
Anybody you bring in is not going to make this any better.
So what you're saying, Will, they're gonna have to clean house?
on that.
Yes, they got a clean house. No, they got clean house. They didn't need to bleach this month.
Yeah.
No, they need to spick and span this thing. There's no shade of lipstick that you can put on this pig. Okay.
You mean not even Clorox?
No, Clorox color lipstick. That's what.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Who would really want to walk into this mess right now?
Exactly.
Really?
Well, it depends on how much debt they're in with the players. Like, do the star players, do they have a lot of star players that are making a lot of money?
Oh,
Well,
Yeah,
Tua is the one. Tua is the one. Tua is the one.
Hill, Jalen Waddle.
Hill,
I don't know if he's got a
Waddle,
big, but he doesn't have a big contract yet. I don't think. No.
I think he got 100 million. I
Tua.
think Waddle did.
No.
Okay, my question is, how about with Tua?
That's the one. That's all the money right there.
Tua got 200 million, I think.
If it was
Oh,
200,
my
I want to
goodness.
say 212 million.
So, but what happened? It seems like he's the same guy that I saw 3 years ago, 2 years ago. He's not the
Could
same.
it be?
He's
Could
not
it
the
be the
same player.
could it be the concussions?
But William, in his defense, you get knocked out the way he did, you ain't gonna be the same.
Okay,
I mean,
Concussions. He had too much
Damn.
of the CTE. That
you know what? And nobody's looking into that.
Nobody.
well, I tell you what, that's when if you're a general manager, that's where if I'm the owner of the team, I don't get to question you about how you spending my money.
Really?
Because how are you going to invest $200 million into a dude that, and all, I hate to say it, damn near flatlined on the field from getting knocked out?
But they were hot at the time, Kevin. I mean, Mark. They were hot. Miami was hot. It was rolling. They put up 70 points on Denver. Remember, they were hot.
Wow.
Yeah, and
And the same guys can't even put up 14 right now.
Right, exactly.
So, man.
and when you get embarrassed by the Browns,
Hey, Kevin,
Hey, but Kevin, let me tell you though, the Browns ain't that far away from being a decent team because their defense is probably top 5 in the league. I mean, Myles Garrett there.
Okay,
Right.
so let me ask you a question. So, what is the Browns' main problem?
Offense.
Offensive line.
And
I'm telling you,
and what's the one thing WB you always preach? What's the one thing you always say? You said this numerous
You
times.
got to. You're not gonna win anything if you don't have a decent offensive line. I promise you that.
Protection. If you
You
don't have
got to.
protection up front, you're not gonna get very far. No matter, I don't care how good you are. Protection
That's right.
is what you gotta have.
You gotta have it, man. No question.
Offensive line.
Offensive
I would
line.
take it a step further. I would say offensive coordinator
For who?
Cleveland.
Okay.
Because you got first round talent. You see the talent they have that wide receiver.
boy.
You see the talent they have at tight end. You see how they can run the football.
Mm.
They just can't put 4 quarters of it together.
Is it the
Then
scheme?
I'm gonna have to go. You know what?
You see, it all comes back. They cannot get a quarterback in there that can get everybody on the same page.
Let me ask you this, Mill. Every quarterback that they brought in there can actually put up points, from Deshaun Watson to
Yeah.
Shador to Gillen, Bill, whatever his name is, right?
Okay.
All of them can put up points. But
Yes.
is it the head coach who's the offensive coordinator, I think,
Yes.
making those players fit into his scheme or not adjusting his scheme to let them play?
Yes.
You
That's
know
what I think. too.
Yes.
You know, one thing you guys just pointed out to me. If you said they've got the offensive line talent, is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay, then it's the
They
damn
got- they got
coaching.
talent. They got
Like you're
talent.
saying.
So if that's the case, then we got to look
Oh.
at that. So we have to look at the OC standpoint.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the offensive
But
coordinator.
it's hard to do that when this coach has won Coach of the Year 2 of the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh,
So
right.
it's tough to do that. So you got to.
But what has the Browns' record been out of the last? Let's say,
Everybody has their flaws.
okay, how?
Hey, this is gonna play. They made the playoffs 2 years ago
Yeah.
And they beat Pittsburgh.
because I went to that game. They got blowed out by the Texans, but I mean, they made it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Cleveland is horrible. They're just horrible on one side of the ball right now. If they could get a slither of points, if they could just get 21 points, they'd be in every game.
Okay.
Really.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just made a point there too,
Yeah.
because if your offense put up 28 points or more, you're not supposed to lose that game.
More time than not, you'll probably have a chance to win. Now, but to Derek's point, up until last week, they have not scored 17 points, eight straight.
Oh,
until last week.
Right.
Okay. Where's that coming from? All right, good.
It ain't me.
That ain't me either. Not this time.
And don't blame my boy Omar either. Leave O alone. Leave O alone.
Oh man.
You
All right, now,
and your boy Romar.
Yeah, don't blame her. No, that's right.
Okay.
I told you
I
guys.
said, dang on it, Mill, you're right. All right.
Don't blame my boy Rome, man.
See that?
That's my guy.
We had this
I know y'all gonna try to throw him under the bus. I ain't gonna let y'all do that, bro.
we already had this conversation.
Hey, Ro, I ain't gonna let him do that, bro.
Oh,
You know what?
I pre-warned him it might be that time.
You know what?
We didn't even say nothing about that.
You know,
Get yourself away.
you know, Bird. I think you a Romar guy.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah, we said me and Kevin. I told these guys this morning.
That's my guy. We gamble together.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Too soon.
You know, hey, Bird.
Yeah.
Before the show started, see, I had your back. I told Romar. I said, look here, the Bird's gonna be on. Give him some respect and let him talk. You guys already got a bond.
That's my guy, man.
I'm gonna back the hell out of this, dude.
Dad, I talked to the guys 10 o'clock this morning. So we morning guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
We already had it. No, see, Dad, this is what I gotta share this with y'all. And Galloway, you can get a kick out of this. You gonna feel every bit of this. Romar talking about how he probably was kind of a little sluggish and hanging over. Sometimes he might doze off. And he said, man, it might just be three of y'all. I might just have to hang out in the cut again. I was like, boy, if you don't get on this microphone, I'm gonna beat your
la.
I said, you know how Mr. Sparrow feel about you. There's no way we doing this show about you.
Ain't no way in the world he gonna be off this. No.
Because it's like, it's an obligation.
Hey, Romar, I apologize. I'm gonna back off, bro.
Leave my guy alone, man. That's my guy, man.
Hey, Romar,
Mafia, I told you. The
mafia. Oh my God.
I ain't never heard bro this quiet before.
That's
You know,
because you know it's facts. I told you.
You know what, Derek? This is the first time ever in how many years, Bill, that I ever apologized to Romar for anything.
I told you. You don't want the sugar in the tank.
Don't put sugar. No, not the sugar.
Okay, so that's okay. All right, guys. I got you.
So
go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead.
Speaking of offensive coordinators, man, I'm glad you said something about that. Which leads to your game, Giants at Eagles, which is very interesting.
The Giants
Hey, Mark.
ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Mark. No. Dad first. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Do you care to ether my Eagles one more week?
Well, I tell you what. Now they saying AJ Brown ain't playing tomorrow.
Yeah, he's not playing tomorrow.
It's okay.
Brandon Graham is coming back, but he's not playing tomorrow.
It's okay.
You know what? This is where
Brandon Graham said he needs some more gambling money.
I know it's
the good part about it. We own.
Well, here's the thing. I can't see Philly losing two times to the Giants. They can't afford to do that. I think Jahan Dotson gonna have to step up, man, because. But here's the problem. When you let a team score 30 points when you're in the fourth quarter, what kind of effect does that have on you for the next week?
Yeah,
that's exactly what the Giants did. I mean, they let Denver score 30 points in the fourth quarter. Wow.
Yeah,
they might be. They're a little angry.
The Giants are coming in pissed off, as they are. And I mean, like you said, you're up by 18 points with how about 6 minutes to go?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, you create turnovers and all sorts of stuff. But then and I think they cut the kicker too. After
Yeah.
that missed extra. All you had one job was
How does that DC still have a job today?
Well, you know something. At that point, where do you blame the offense coordinator too? Because if you got a lead like that in the fourth quarter,
and you can't.
You got to kill the clock, man. I mean,
you got to close the deal.
Eagles are loyal, man. They don't get rid of nobody, man. They don't get rid of nobody.
Hey, Brandon Graham said he coming back. He must say, man, I got to get at least one more year's worth of pay in, so I don't have to. Whatever it is.
He's back, but he's not playing this week now.
Yeah, he's just coming to get some more gambling money.
Now it is to note, Jalen Carr didn't play the last game. He's playing this game. Jacorian Bennett, thank God, is coming off of IR, so I ain't got to see Keely Ringo out there that much. And George Jackson's not going to play because he got a concussion. Our secondary should look a little bit better. And the Kobe Dean is playing. He didn't play that game. We're not going to have AJ Brown. I am concerned we're not going to have our center, not Landon Dickinson, but what's my other guy? Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens is out, and Brett Toth is starting at Sunday. That's a concern with my beliefs. Brett Toth has had first team reps, and I don't want to just dump on this guy, but for so much. But I do appreciate him for the service because just this season, the only position he has not played was left tackle. He has got game time reps at right tackle, right guard, left guard. Now he's starting at Sunday. Not too many offensive linemen can do that.
Isn't there a familiar safety out there that y'all can go sign?
Time will tell if we will sign him now. I'm not opposed if we bring back CJ Gardner Johnson.
We good. It's still early, man. We still
Yeah,
good.
but hey, that brother has had a rough ride this year.
We're still good. We play like this.
He got cut by the Ravens.
The safety is not a real issue. It's the corner.
Our corners are terrible.
So we gotta.
Our safety is good. Our corners are terrible. What's his name? Johnson. What's his name? Number 7.
Oh, Keely Ringo.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I like the way he played.
Oh my God. Oh my
Waffle
God.
House.
Yeah. Because somebody's getting cooked over there.
Yeah,
Waffle House. Ain't he one of them Georgia boys?
Hold on. I ain't gonna do that.
Hey, do y'all got a Dory Jackson?
Adore Jackson will be out with a concussion.
You know what? I hope the young man. I wish him. I hope he gets better. But y'all don't need him out there either.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad Jacorian Bennett is starting. Because he's way better than the other two.
You know, I can't laugh at Ringo, the Georgia boy, because we got Marshawn Grabblemore, playing just as bad. So
we gonna get to y'all in a second. We're gonna get to y'all in a second, but
and the crazy thing about it is the link has been a house of horrors for the Giants. The last time they won in that place was in 2013.
Yeah.
And the last time that the Eagles got swept by the Giants was 2007.
So is everybody picking the Eagles?
18 years.
I'm just glad we're not playing this game in MetLife Stadium. I am not opposed to any of my guys taking a week off when we play the Giants at MetLife.
Exactly. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I don't mind taking that.
I'm with you.
It's bad looking.
I'm with you on that.
Hey, anytime y'all got to play at anytime y'all play at Jimmy Hoffa Stadium, and it don't come out good.
Yeah. So I'm willing to give my boys a pass on that. We're gonna see a different football team this time.
So you said, Mill, if y'all was playing at New York Giants Stadium, you would pick the Giants to win?
I would never pick the Giants to win, but I would understand why the Eagles would lose.
I got you.
Yeah, one more. Who you got in that game?
I don't do that. I don't pick the squad to lose.
No, we don't do that. Don't set them up like that.
You missed it, Mr. Spur. They already set themselves up like that. They finna do it again.
No, don't try to set us up like that.
I threw the alley to see if he was gonna catch it.
Yeah, don't try to set us up like that. No.
Who you got, Rumar? Eagles or Giants?
I got.
No, you my man. You my man.
Truly, I got Saquon torching them.
You my man. You my man. Come on now.
I got Saquon torching
I need Saquon.
I got Saquon torching them on the ground, and Smitty with a couple of 50-yarders.
Yeah, I think Saquon gonna have a breakout game tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, I'm going with Philly too.
All right, what's understood ain't got to be said. Next.
All right, next up,
Yeah.
49ers at Texans.
Woo!
Okay. So
Who's
let's,
starting at quarterback for 49ers?
Mac Jones.
think
is
it
starting
matters.
again.
Matt
It
Jones.
Mac Jones got the call.
He's hot. He's hot.
He's been pretty good. I think it's what 3-1,
Yo, he hot. He hot. He
and
hot.
the Texans don't have their two receivers. Nico Collins out,
He hot. He hot.
and Christian Kirk is out.
This is another situation where the Texans changed their offensive coordinator and is forcing that quarterback to play his offense rather than
No
let
good.
him loose.
No good.
And he can't
No
play
good.
that.
No
You know,
good.
I hate to say this, but my man looked like he didn't regress. I don't know what's happening.
Badly, right? Did you see him the other day?
CJ Stroud is in a now. Is this a sophomore slump right here?
Man, this
No,
he's his
it
third
can't
year.
be. It's his third year. It ain't no. He wasn't looking really great. But he didn't look. He didn't look great the second half of last year,
Yeah.
and it just seemed like it's carried over.
And they tried to blame it on Larry Tunsil.
Switch OCs. Not every quarterback can switch OCs like that and give you the same production.
Well, again, I think this offensive coordinator is forcing him to play
does
his style of offense.
Does
And
it
it's
go
not working.
back to what I always say when y'all always talk about these offensive coordinators and these quarterbacks? Your quarterback is never going to succeed if you don't build a system around his abilities.
Thank you.
And what's the key word you always said? One more. What's the word you said it before? Starts with an I. Implement, right? Implement. Oh, Derek, I'm sorry. Who you got in the Eagles Giants game?
Come on. We went past that already.
Eagles.
Okay. All right. So I got San Fran. Is this a mail-in?
Yeah, I got the text.
All right. Did I miss it?
All right, well,
No, you
San
said
Francisco.
San Fran too.
anybody picking the Texans to beat the Niners?
No.
I don't think so. They can't move the ball.
Wait a minute, hold on. What is the Texans record?
Bad.
They're two. I think they're 2-4.
How you doing, Doc?
Give me the 49ers. They're playing in San Fran too, right?
Nope, they're playing in Texas.
Well, it doesn't matter.
But remember, like I said, you got two wide receivers are out in Houston.
I like that.
Don't get me wrong. Houston's defense is lights out, but they just can't score. Same thing with Cleveland. Same thing.
Oh, hey, Derek, that is the point exactly. They can't score,
And that's the thing. Mark, you got 49ers as well against the Texans?
Where's Mark?
Mark's gone.
Mark's gone.
Oh man, I need him for this next one too.
All right, we'll come back.
We'll
to that.
catch him up. All right.
All right. Possible trap game. Browns at the Patriots. I got Patriots.
The Browns' record is what?
2-5.
Shh.
And the Patriots are 5-2.
Yeah.
I need it.
Hey, that'd be a tough one for the Browns.
And this is a possible.
The Browns
trap game.
need it though. The Browns need this game.
So, are you willing to be the line?
Let me hold any injuries on the Patriots side.
It don't. Now, if the Patriots lead is one of the best passing teams in the league.
Yeah.
Drake May can air that ball out if he got time.
They have a really good defense now too.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay.
But Myles Garrett is that game wrecker. Myles Garrett is that game wrecker.
But Myles Garrett can't put up points. That's the problem.
Sometimes he can. Sometimes he will.
If you get a fumble, if you get a scoop and score, or maybe interception, running back.
Here we
to the
go.
house.
Mark is back.
All right. So, 49ers, Texans, who you got? In Houston.
Mark.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. You got 49ers at Texans in Houston.
I'm going with the 49ers.
All right. And we got Browns at Patriots.
Hey, Mark, I really want to hear what you have to say about this one right now because I need to catch Romar.
That ain't gonna help you.
Okay. If I'm the only one to get it right.
You ain't the only one that's gonna get it right.
Oh, Hey, never mind.
No, my advice to you, Dad, is don't go chasing that waterfall.
Oh no.
Because when you try to get the only one right, it's just not us. It's like 45 other people
Yeah, I understand
outside of this that you're going against with that also.
I understand that, Bill.
He ain't worried about the other 35 people in the pool. He's not voting for
Yeah,
that.
so you're not going to catch him up trying to get that.
Yeah, you're swimming upstream doing that.
Maybe I'll get him on the next one then. Give me the Patriots. Shit.
Oh, God love our
All right,
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to go with New England in that game.
Yeah.
All right,
We all going with New England.
So we got
Same.
Hey, can we bleep out my last comment?
Yeah. All right. Here's another one. The Bucks at the Saints.
Ooh, get Bucks
in New Orleans.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Bucks in that game.
Bucks are depleted, and I mean depleted. No running back, no receivers, no offensive linemen. It's not going to be a cakewalk like you think.
So,
but you know what? I tell you what, people don't realize Spencer Rattler has not been playing that bad.
At home either. He plays great at home.
But I'm still going Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield's been playing at an MVP level, and I mean he kept him in that Detroit game.
Yeah. This game's only worth a point, right?
Yes.
Who did I have?
You had Tampa. This could be a trap game also.
This might be my crossover right here.
Hey, Bird, who you got?
Yes, sir.
Who you
New
got?
Orleans Saints.
I think I might do my crossover right here. Because the Saints and the Bucks do not like each other.
They don't, and the Saints are playing good.
They not win. They're staying in these games. They're really not getting blown out.
Yeah, exactly. But they
with a depleted offensive line, and they got an edge rusher.
All right, so
that can get sacks.
I'll take the Saints at home.
I will forewarn you.
Now, who you got?
Okay, Omar, who you got? Bucks or Saints?
I'm doing my crossover right now. Give me the Saints.
With all that being said,
I'm gonna ride with Mrs. Sparrow and them. I'm gonna get on the bus with Mrs. Sparrow and Mill.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
I'm riding with Tampa and Baker to throw for 500. I need him to throw for 500 yards.
500.
Hey, you know what's crazy though?
This might be that game. I'm gonna stick with Tampa Bay.
The last 3 times this season,
500. 500.
I need him to do that in the fantasy for me.
Oh man.
Oh no, 500.
All right.
Gotta aim high. Gotta aim high.
This is a split.
Nah, he gonna get sacked. He gonna get sacked 3 times tomorrow at least.
This could be good.
They can, the Saints can sack the quarterback. They gonna, all these heavily favored games. There's an upset somewhere, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what
This
I
could
was
be
saying.
it. This could be it.
And now,
Like I said,
So let me ask you, who is the Commanders playing?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
that's the Monday night game.
That's
Oh, that's the one I'm taking. I'm taking the Chiefs on that one too. Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do this in order. We almost at the end.
We will do it in order.
All right.
Okay.
We got the next up Titans at the Colts.
Ooh.
Anybody picking the
That's the
Titans?
Colts. The Colts.
Yeah.
No.
It's the Colts only lost one game this year. Yeah.
Did we do the Ravens and the Bears?
They rolling. The Colts are rolling.
I'm about to get to that now.
Okay.
So yeah, Danny Dimes having a resurrection season. You know,
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is surprising
And
everybody.
Jonathan Taylor is.
All right. Now this next one.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Daniel Jones actually is better than I guess everybody else thought. Evidently, it was horrible up here for him in New York because this brother was playing.
I agree. I agree.
But I think it also comes down to coaching
It
too.
goes back to the scheme that they
It goes back to coaching. If you get a coach that, again, the role model way, implement something that works for you, and look what happened. He's been running away with it.
So check this out. How much impact do you think that the owner's daughter has? Once she put the headset on, they start playing like this.
She need to stay her ass home.
But they've been winning ever since she has, though.
Who?
And the coach.
She put a headset on to do what? Call plays?
No, just to listen in and observe the operations.
But see,
I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody micromanaging me like that. I mean, that's a disservice to the coach. She need to sit up here in that box and drink and just watch the game.
yeah, go and get drunk. You said your point. Is she giving any impact?
Maybe they stop BSing, and got some things in order.
Okay.
Well, I will say this. They say Jim, rest in peace. But from what I understand, Jim Irsay was high half the time. So I guess she like, no, we getting some order back here because it was a mess.
Yeah.
They maybe started straightening up and started doing things a little bit more correctly. So maybe that's why I threw that question out there.
Anybody surprised at their start though?
Well, I'll tell you what, John. Yeah, but you know what? If they're healthy, hey man, Jonathan Taylor, top 3-4 running back in the league. I mean, they're healthy. The only thing they really have not had. The only thing they have not really had was a top-notch receiver. Pittman has been, he's decent, but they ain't ever had that breakout dude. If they could somehow get another receiver by the trade deadline, they might be they're going to go far in the playoffs. I'll put it to you like that.
So what you're saying is Anthony Richardson is done in Indianapolis?
Well, when you got to do this, they talking about finishing the top 10 MVP in the league. Yeah, he done.
Okay. Hey, I got a quick question. Throw it to the panel right here.
He's going to be the Jets' new quarterback.
And that's where it goes.
And look here, that run passing combination. How important is that to have that good running game to go along with your passing game?
Well, I tell you what, you're looking at Jonathan Taylor right now. Who's stopping that brother?
Yeah, that's my
point. You can go back and look at the Super Bowl champions and what they did last year with the running game. I mean,
see,
it's important
because once you got a great running game, that opens up everything else.
That's the point I'm getting at.
But see, what WB was talking about, to have a great running game, guess what's got to work in front of you?
That offensive line.
That's the biggest key.
You got it.
Guys, it all starts there.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. So, when's the last time you've seen a Super Bowl winning team, Super Bowl championship, that didn't have a good, if not great, offensive line?
I tell you what, for a while, Kansas City didn't have a great offensive line. Because
are you sure? I mean,
that one Super Bowl game, they said Patrick Mahomes went backwards for 68 yards. That Super Bowl they lost.
The one against Tampa?
Yeah. They say that they found that dude running in the parking lot by the end of the game.
That offensive line at the greatest team on turf was not that great on the offensive line.
Oh, they had some good offensive linemen, man. The Rams?
They had the pace. Orlando Pace, and that's it. Who else?
Well, hey, but you couldn't name one person in Kansas City.
What I'm saying is he was asking what kind of running game. Rams didn't have a great running attack.
Steelers, I would say it's the Steelers when Big Ben was sacked had the most sacks in the league that year. He was sacked he was the most sacked quarterback that the league in sacks.
And how was the offensive line?
He led the league in sacks, man.
Well, then guess what? That's my point. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won
in
the Super Bowl. In spite of.
Okay. That means that other team wasn't as good as they were. That's all that means.
It was the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. If Cincinnati would have had a halfway decent offensive line, Joe Burrow would have had a split second more. That touchdown gets to Jamar Chase, stay the Super Bowl champions over the Rams. That's the difference in how important the offensive line is.
Yeah. There's no question about it. Otherwise, why have it? Or what? But I think a lot of teams don't even into that. You know.
Well, where's Joe Burrow at right now?
It was just announced Lamar not playing tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that earlier. Yeah, he ain't playing. So Baltimore losing.
So, man.
That was the next game we was trying to get at.
Which leads to the next game I was about to say. The Bears at the Ravens.
Man.
This might define the season right here.
You said Lamar not playing tomorrow.
Lamar is out.
We got Snoop Huntley in the
Oh,
house.
shucks.
But they got Cooper Rush, and that's who they paid the money to.
They've been struggling with
and
Lamar.
They're both struggling. Well,
no matter who back there, they've been trash.
Yeah, with Lamar, they've been struggling. No.
What was their defense? And then Derrick Henry's fumbling every other time he gets the ball. And the Ravens is my team, but I'm going to be realistic. I think Chicago's going to win.
Hey, this could be a crazy game that could.
I'm taking Chicago.
This is a game.
Take the Ravens.
This is a game that Roquan Smith could actually be the determining factor in this game.
How so?
I mean, he was a former Bear.
I don't see much revenge game in this one.
But
you're not covering them receivers over
this
there.
is not giving you a revenge game.
I'm some feedback.
Baltimore secondary trash.
This is going to be a sloppy football game.
The Bears on a 4-game winning streak, and they run the ball. And the Bears have been they've been turning up on defense.
This is the perfect team for the Bears to play because the way they run them trick plays and those trick offense they got with the coordinator that came from Detroit. They're gonna put up 30.
Derrick Henry going for
Derrick
Henry going for 250, and Cooper Rush gonna end up winning this game. Give me Baltimore.
Hey Bird, who you got?
I'm at work. I'm at work.
Okay.
All right, Derrick, who you got?
I'm at work.
I'm picking Chicago.
I'm at work.
Anybody besides Romar picking the Ravens?
Now, this could be a track game too.
I think we're going.
All right, so everybody got. So Romar's got the lone wolf pick. All right, you got the work. You got the Bills against the Panthers.
The quarterback for the Panthers not playing. I'll take the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, the Bills. If they lose this game, they got a problem.
Oh, serious problem.
But
I don't see them losing coming off a bye after they lost.
Let me ask you a question. We talked about C.J. Stroud kind of regressing. I think Bryce Young has progressed. I know he ain't playing, but he's progressed.
He won 3 in a row.
That's a little bit of a surprise.
Be nice.
Hey, I told you when they had that little Pop Warner League, William, when they had that Pop Warner League out in San Bernardino, you had Bryce Young, Jaden Daniels, and you had CJ. I've said this before. I coached in that league. Bryce Young was the best out of the 3.
Really?
He didn't grow as tall as the other ones, and man, he was bad. It was just a matter. I'm like, is this every? And I think it's all coming together. The thing that I worry about now, I think CJ has regressed, and I'm just praying that Jaden ain't starting to get that RG3 syndrome. I'm just like, oh my god,
tag on him, bro.
I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm starting to get worried, bro. I'm starting to get worried.
Hey, Cam, that's crossover number 2. That's crossover number 2. Give me. I had the Panthers. But Mark talked me out of it. I'm taking the Bills.
Oh.
Ooh.
I knew that part was coming.
I think I had already picked the Bears.
Especially if you got Andy Dalton as the replacement.
Andy Dalton started.
Yeah.
And they're playing where? In Carolina?
Hey, but you know what? Not to say it in the wrong way, but remember when Andy Dalton came in last year, they won like 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't see it this year. He looked bad last game.
But they can run the football though, and they can run the football on Buffalo.
Hey, and they got a receiver that if he ever gets it together, this dude, what his name, Legit. Hey man, that's a bad brother. I've been watching him. They got the pieces. The stuff is starting to fall into place. I'm telling you.
Their chemistry got to get.
Yeah.
They gotta come to their senses and make Rico their starting running back and get the other boy behind them.
But you can't do it. But you can't do that when you just gave that dude $50 million.
They gave him $50 million.
Yeah.
Cuba Hubbard.
Rico outplaying him like a champ.
Well, Rico playing for a contract. You got to remember, he just got all he got was a $3 million deal. And to be honest with you, they got a serious decision to make because at this point, I understand you paid my man, but I'm going with who's hot. And you got to go with Rico right now. But I don't know.
Yeah, but 200, almost 3 games in a row. Yeah, I'm going with him.
You know, but that's where the politics come in. That's where the owners get to talk about, well, I'm paying this guy. No, we got to go with who's hot, brother. I'm sorry.
So you got the Bears.
I got. This your crossover.
Yeah, that's another crossover. Bills over Panthers.
Hey, Mill, isn't this a record for crossovers
for him?
No, there's only 2 of them. And honestly,
only 2.
Honestly, yes, you're right, Dad. This is a record because for the least in the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, for the last couple of weeks, I haven't given one.
I know that.
Now, here's the crazy part. The last 3 occurrences that Bill has not had a crossover, he has gotten 10 or more wins.
Oh.
The last 3 times. Now, today, you got not 1, but 2. But here's the weird part. Lamar had 2 crossovers, was it 2 weeks ago? And it worked out on both of them. So it could it be lightning striking a bottle?
I don't know.
Yeah, but see these crossovers are a little bit different.
Because
these crossovers are off of you guys' analysis. I'm more successful when I get my crossovers off of you guys' analysis, rather alone me trusting my own instincts. So I feel safer with these crossovers than.
So you're safer if basically if Mark or I or
right
or Romar.
Right.
Any out of the 4 can you say?
And Mr. Sparrow. And Mr. Sparrow. Don't get.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because Mr. Sparrow, I went on. Sparrow said pick the Saints. Hey, I roll with him. So I got. He's a part of this too.
All right. Okay. I've never given a crossover before. Okay. Okay. Because I got my great brother James the Bear Sparrow, and he said, "Go with the Saints."
Saints, man.
Cross over to the Saints. I'm crossing over.
You got another opportunity. You could cross over with the Jets if you want to.
No, I don't know about that.
No. Hey, Derek.
Yes, sir.
That ain't a crossover. Hey, Derek.
Kevin, I have another crossover.
Hold on.
Let's get off the rails.
Yes, because he won the cross. Give me the Bucks now.
Oh my God! No, don't do that to us, man. Don't do that to us.
Left you high and dry, Mill. Left you high and dry.
We got the Carolina Buffalo game.
Gave the Iverson crossover quick.
So why did you cross over, Romar?
Why did you do that?
Because I picked the Saints.
Yep.
And he stepped over me. I'm Ty Lue in this.
Wow.
I'm the Tyronn Lue of all this. He hit the crossover, step back 3, stepped over me.
Man,
I said, come on, why you do this to me, bro? I mean, why? He had to go.
Now the 3 of y'all on the bus together. I can't ride.
Well, get on.
I can't ride on the bus with him.
You can what?
Because I don't like you enough.
I don't like you either. So
hold on. Now, we got the Buffalo Carolina game.
Buffalo.
All right, WB. Same question to you. Buffalo or Carolina? Andy Dalton's got the call.
Whoa. Okay, Buffalo's record.
Buffalo, I think, is 4.
You need to know this.
Hey, you know what, Mill? I'm going to do something different here. I said Buffalo. I'm taking Carolina in this game.
Oh, man.
Okay, Carolina's record.
Oh, you taking Carolina? I get to
No.
If you take Carolina, I take my crossover back.
Oh my God. Okay.
What are we doing?
You know, this is definitely out of control
Yes, it is.
and off the rails.
And that's 5 minutes. I've seen one
Double
over in 5
crossover?
minutes in the last 3
Yeah, I
weeks.
say, hey, my crossover. I'm taking my cross. I'm just taking a crossover back.
Kevin,
okay,
we don't
track.
went from an Iverson crossover to a Tim Hardaway two-step. You step.
Oh my
two-step.
goodness. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
I'm telling you, Carolina's better than what anybody's thinking. I'm telling you, the last couple of weeks, they
Okay,
are playing. I know Bryce Young is out, but they're playing.
What's their record?
Is it? I know that. I think
Yeah,
it's 4
game
and 3.
behind Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the first time they over 500 since 2021.
Are they 4 and 3 or 3 and 3?
Is it
4 and 3.
It's 4 and 3, I believe.
Yeah, they got a good record.
They actually above 500
Okay, and they played in Carolina.
in Carolina. So who you got?
Ooh, I'm taking Carolina. Who you got? Who you got, Romar?
The Red Rifle.
Romar.
Don't worry about who I got. Worry about your pick. That's all you need to worry about is your pick.
Okay. You know, I got a Bird,
Yes, sir.
my brother.
I'm going with Carolina.
You go with Carolina. Okay. And I hope you enjoying this because this is.
I enjoy my brothers every time I get on here. So
All right. Okay. So I don't need to apologize for your boy.
Leave my boy alone now.
I can't believe this.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's all. You gonna make me do a crossover? Leave it alone, man.
Hey, look, come on, Cross. Come on, jump on the bus with me, Mr. Sperm.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone, man.
I ain't too wrong with my pick. I mean, you know, but you know, when people in last place or behind you know.
What?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
What's
What you trying to say, Romar?
All right, now.
You've still been playing catch up for 3 years.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll get you.
All right.
How many? 3.
3 years. He's been trying to catch up for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Ain't caught up yet.
Hey, Jay.
And I don't know what type of tortoise he is because I know at least he could have got to the finish line one time.
Oh my God! 3.
James, your brother Sparrow.
Yes.
The bird.
3 years.
We are G's now.
Man, hey, look.
No, you're making me pull out the G card. I'm not gonna do that right now.
All is fair. All is fair.
Oh no, I always keep the camera off when I'm.
So the next game, this one now that you deliberately waited on. Cowboys at the Broncos.
Cowboys and Broncos.
Hey,
Yes.
Give me the Broncos. The Cowboys got to go there. I wish C.J. Richardson was on, because I roast him like I roast Romar.
What do you all never roast me?
Yes, I do.
Don't you do? No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Yes, he does.
Now,
Always.
Now, your pick.
I won't know about nothing.
I understand why.
All right. So before we do that,
Broncos 5-2 and Cowboys 3-3.
and 1.
Cowboys got to go down.
3-3-1. We don't even count that one. That game they should even.
It's going to count because I'm going to tell you why. Because if they got a brutal schedule ahead, this is a must win for Dallas.
And
But they're in Mile High. That's gonna be a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you, the matchup that got me is so intrigued.
What's
Their
that?
secondary.
Oh,
Patrick Surtain is second versus CD Lamb. Yes,
but they got another boy too.
Yeah, who's the corner on the other side for Pickens?
Yeah.
And Travion Davis is out.
I tell you what. If you stop those two wide receivers,
I think the guy named Riley something.
Okay, check this out, Bill. You stop those two receivers. That's what my focus would be on.
The Broncos lead the league in sacks.
But you got to understand, Mill.
The
Cowboys are getting back 3 defensive players this week.
Check this out.
Overshown, and I think they're getting the cornerback.
They're getting Overshown back.
Yeah, he's back this week. And one of their corners and a linebacker is coming back. So Dallas is getting healthy on defense. I wouldn't say this would be a.
Yeah, but let's call a spade a spade. Dallas getting healthy on defense actually means what, bro? Come on now.
It's
This is not no top 10, top tier defense that we talking about. Some we getting they're getting healthy.
and
All
Trey,
they need to be is good enough because the offense is score, right? They
Okay.
just need to be the defense to be good enough, to be
Okay.
average, basically. That's
Okay,
all
but
they
let
need.
me ask a question. Let me ask a quick question. You got a cash money lamb on the right, and then you got Pickens on the left, right? My point is, if those corners keep them out of the game, the only thing that Dallas really got to go on is the running game. And how strong is that?
Well,
Dallas got a good third and fourth
Yeah,
receiver.
they got the number one offense in the league.
They got 4 good receivers, to be honest with you.
Their running back is the third leading rusher in the league right now.
Okay.
Dallas is doing it on
Yeah,
offense.
they stout on offense. They really
George Pickens, man, that dude's amazing, bro. When he got his head on straight.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Absolutely.
That's the key. If his head's on straight, if either one of them get off, them defensive corners are maybe in trouble.
Well, my strategy would be I put Surtain on Lamb and double up on Pickens over there. Make him go to his third, fourth receiver.
And
Make
then,
him run the ball.
okay, we talked about the offensive line before. Yeah. How strong is the Broncos' defensive line?
Lead the league in sacks, I think.
So that means, okay, check this out. Check this out. If I can minimize Pickens, I can minimize Lamb, and I've got a strong defensive line, I can shut down that running game.
I don't know because Dallas
They're not gonna.
Dallas ain't got a shabby offensive line.
Yeah, they got them young
got-
boys.
It ain't what it used to be, but it ain't bad.
it ain't bad at all.
I'm not talking about the offensive line. I'm talking about stopping. If I'm Denver, stopping Dallas.
You ain't running on Denver. You're gonna beat Denver. You're gonna beat Denver. It's gonna be in the air.
I don't know because for 3 quarters the Giants ran on Denver.
Okay.
The Giants did.
Yeah, the Giants.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, see, but it's the thing. See, and this is what this is one thing I didn't allude to about the Giants that's gonna bold true for the Cowboys. The Giants for the past 4 games have been playing very, very, very physical style of football. How long do y'all think that was going to hold up?
It ain't. It's not.
That style of play is just here for a good time, not a long time. You can't sustain a whole season like that.
Nope.
Now, Dallas, they're not as physical. They're more finesse. They're more scheme fit. They're not relying so much off athleticism as much as they are relying on X's and O's. So they're gonna need to run the ball a little bit to set that pass up, open up a little bit. Jake Ferguson should have a huge game today, but I don't expect them to fully shut them down.
No.
Dak
is.
My question is, can Bo Nix score enough points? Because the Broncos don't score a whole lot of points.
They did when they needed to.
And they're going to.
But see,
they don't do that often though.
But that part's not sustainable because that was one of those lightning in the bottle tricks where you score 33.
I'm gonna say this.
1 quarter.
I'll say this. I don't like Sean Payton for what he's done lately in the last couple of years with the Russell Wilson thing, but the dude can scheme up points. He's done that with the Saints, and he's doing it now with a second-year quarterback. Putting up numbers. He's putting up numbers. I mean, again, Sean Payton can scheme up on offense. Now let's not think that, Denver is just some run the ball 2 times and throw it on 3rd down. No, they'll open it up. I mean, we've seen what they did against Philly. We've seen what they did against the Giants. We've seen what they did against San Diego. They can score. Maybe not every quarter, but when they need to put their foot on that pedal, they will do it.
Okay.
So hold on. So Derek, who you got in that game?
I'll take the Broncos. Even though I think Dak gonna put up some numbers.
Broncos in that game too.
All right. Bill, who you got in that one?
It depends on who Mark got.
All right, so Mark, it's on you. What's your take?
Hey, Mark.
Go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Who do you have?
Who you got in the Cowboys Broncos game?
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Then I'm going with Dallas.
All right. Well, it's a split decision here. All right. Sunday night game. Packers at the Steelers.
Green Bay. Hey, Green Bay starting to put it together.
Okay. Mark, who you got in that one?
Which one is it?
Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
Oh wow, I'm going with Pittsburgh.
And the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour continues.
Yeah, that's where I had to. I had Pittsburgh winning.
And for the Monday night game, Commanders at the Chiefs.
Yeah, now this is where the loyalty lies.
Omar said he want the Chiefs. Is that what he said?
Oh!
He said cheese heads though.
Oh, cheese heads. Oh, okay.
He said give him the cheese heads. I'm not gonna gaslight that one. I'll gaslight the next one, but I ain't gonna gaslight that one.
That's the last one. There's only 13. There's only 12 games on the board. I'm sorry.
Well, the Chiefs. We need to see where y'all at. We on the Chiefs and Commanders.
Whoa.
I know.
Yeah. So
All right.
Back up.
where does your loyalty lie?
Hold it, back up 1 second.
What?
The last game was
Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
and Roman.
Roman said he
I got
wanted the
Pittsburgh.
cheese heads. Roman said he wanted the cheese heads.
No, see, he had picked. I think he had picked Pittsburgh before, and he's standing up there like a damn AI robot.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're telling Roman. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, have a seat. Come on.
Don't you dare!
Roman,
No.
Don't you dare!
Roman.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Come on, the microphone. Come on.
Come on, Roman.
We need your pick.
We need it.
Oh, he's picking.
Off that game.
He said Pittsburgh at first.
We're on the Commanders and Chiefs.
Uh-oh.
He know what he's
Because
at.
I believe a couple of these Commanders are going to be picking
Commanders
the
and Chiefs.
That's my upset game.
We can't hear you. Roman,
Hey, take a smoke break. Take a smoke break. Step
Chiefs. You
outside
said
for a
what's
second.
understood don't need to be said.
We know where you sitting at.
okay.
All right.
He's taking.
But see, just because they're your favorite football team doesn't mean that everybody's going to pick their favorite team to win. Obviously, that seems to be cool with you guys. It ain't cool with me. I'm never going to pick my team to lose anything.
Oh man.
That's what a football fan does,
Okay.
Amen.
And this is where the surprise
And
comes.
I would never put myself in a position.
No.
I would never put
Roman.
myself in a position
Roman.
where I would predict my team to lose, and then I have to answer why I got that wrong. But I guess that's cool with some of you guys. On this panel.
So Roman is picking the Chiefs.
No, Roman's picking the Commanders.
Okay.
Never bet against the magician,
Okay.
as he always says.
Well, I got the Chiefs.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, Mill. Who you got, Mill?
He had KC too.
Yeah.
What you got, Kevin?
You know what? I'm going to surprise you with this one.
Kenny
know
right
what?
here.
I don't need to hear about no more betting from you.
Look, hey, we gonna see to the Gamblers Anonymous or something.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
say
you know
no
what?
way to the parlay.
Yeah,
Say no way to the
yeah.
parlay.
You need to chill because the FBI might be looking at you.
Well,
Oh,
they can look all they want. They can look at how much I done lost.
all right.
Well, I tell you one thing. Well,
It ain't gonna scare me away from throwing away this money.
I heard that.
that's exactly what you doing.
You sound like Charles Barkley right now.
That's
Oh,
for sure.
man.
All right.
So who's is anybody picking the Commanders to win this?
I
Yeah,
think
no.
I'm looking for an upset.
Me.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am.
How about hey Derek?
Derek, who you got?
I just saw that Terry Scary and Debo are playing, so I'm going with the Commanders on this. And
I
also,
see an upset. Yeah.
yeah, also
I don't see no upset.
it looks like the Jaguars are listening to offers for Brian Thomas Jr.
I heard that. I heard about that too.
Okay, but Kevin,
You know what? Okay, so you know what? You can throw all the records out the window. I'm going with the Commanders for 5 reasons.
Oh, he got 5
I got
reasons.
5 whole reasons.
5
5
reasons.
whole reasons.
Yeah, and number one reason is that you don't want your boys to come down on you.
No,
That's
no,
number one.
actually no. Actually no. That's a good one, but no. Number one.
It's another show. Let's go. Let's go. I got another 3 hours.
Number one.
Let's do another show, baby. Let's do another show, baby. Hey.
Number
Take a
one.
look.
I'm behind million points, so I got to play.
5 reasons. Let's do another show, baby.
So I'm behind million points, so I got to play catch up.
Why me?
Yeah, that's only one.
What? I mean, there's 50 other people playing in
I
this
know.
league. I mean, why me all of a sudden?
I do.
What did I do to you? I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to know what did I pick. I mean,
All right. Number 2.
Why did you be in this cornflakes, huh?
yeah.
Oh no. Number 2.
Oh,
And here's one other funny part though. And one more. I'm surprised he didn't mention this part yet. The Commanders have already beaten 2 teams in the division. We already beat
AFC
the Raiders.
West.
yeah,
AFC
blah,
West.
blah, blah,
They beat
blah.
the Raiders.
Yeah.
And
The
they-
Raiders. Oh, you
Why
don't
you
even count the Raiders? How you gonna even count them?
Because they play in that division. Yes, I
no,
know.
because they
I
got
know they're trash.
because they're
I
in
get
the
it.
NFL. They're in the
They're
NFL.
in the
but-
NFL, and they play in that
Yeah, we
division,
beat the Chargers.
and we're already 2-0 in the division.
Okay.
And we beat the Chargers that you and Galloway didn't think that we were going to.
Oh, that was a trap game.
Yes.
That was a
Hold
trap
on.
game.
But look,
What's number
Did
3,
you-
Kevin?
number
Let's bring
3.
up that part.
Hold on. No, number 3, from what you alluded to a minute ago, Scary Terry and Debo are expected to play. So that just increased the odds.
Yeah, but you do. I mean,
Hold on.
no, because one
I-
thing, Kansas City corners are not scrubs.
I never said they were. But that right there
But
just
it helps. It helps rather than having 2 people off the street, chosen,
But you know
and the
what?
other dude, Chris Moore, as receivers. So yeah, it helps.
See, okay. Now, granted, this could be the one time Scary Terry is due for a breakout game. He hasn't had 100 yards receiving all season long.
And
can use that.
Marcus Mariota's going to deliver that.
He can actually play in this offense, as
But
you
you know
alluded
what?
to earlier. Remember?
Now, hold on. Wait, here's another little known fact. Derek, you may remember this. Mariota actually won a playoff game in Kansas City back in 2018 against those same Chiefs. Now, granted, they were, and when that was when he was with the Titans. They were trailing 21-3 in the fourth quarter. And this is one of those moments where he throws a touchdown pass, but he ended up, catching it himself, runs for the touchdown, and they come back and win by 1 point. Now, the other biggest reason is this, which nobody knows about. On that same day, October 27th, keep this in mind, in 2014, the Redskins came into Dallas and upset them 20-17 in Big D. They done shocked the world that night. Monday night game, October 27th, 11 years later on that day.
History could repeat itself.
Who's to say? Now, keep in mind, now I got a quiz for you. Romar.
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback in 2014 when the Redskins upset the Cowboys? You remember? Derek, you can jump in on it too if you want to.
It's either RG or Kirk.
Nope.
2014?
2014. Who was the quarterback?
I couldn't tell you.
Romar, you got a guess?
I'm thinking. What is it?
Wasn't no Gus Farrat, was it?
No.
Rex was it? No, it wasn't Rex. No.
It wasn't Sam Howell, was it?
Nope.
It was somebody like that.
Who was it, Kevin?
Brad Johnson.
Nope. It was a backup though.
Somebody with the name Johnson.
Nope.
I'm trying to think.
All right. Okay.
Give me just
okay.
Just let me go. Let me process it. Let me process.
We going through Google. I know what you do.
No, I'm not. I don't have a phone in my hand.
Nope.
I don't have a phone in my hand.
It wasn't Donovan McNabb.
Jason Campbell, man.
Nope.
Dwayne Haskins.
No.
Okay, I missed it. What was the question?
Okay.
What was the question? Whoa. What was the question?
That's on my day. In 2014, who was on October 27, 2014, when the Redskins beat the Cowboys on Monday Night Football, shocked the world that night? Who was the quarterback at that time?
Oh, was it the boy from the Texas Longhorns? The one that keep breaking his leg all the time.
It was a backup.
Alex Smith.
No.
It was McCoy.
Bingo.
Yeah, Colt McCoy.
That is correct. That is correct.
I remember that. Yeah.
That is correct. Colt McCoy is your answer, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Did I miss any picks?
The Commanders and the
no, he picked
Commanders
KC.
and Chiefs was the last one.
Oh, I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Who? Let's see. That's Monday.
They're
Is that Monday
almost
night?
intriguing me to cross that one
Nope.
over too.
Stay where you at. Stay on your bus.
Nope.
Stay on your
I'm
bus.
intrigued to
Stay
do
on
it.
that side.
Stay on your bus, bro.
You already had 1.5 cross.
Hey, Mill, you got the Chiefs on that one, right?
Yeah,
We have been bad at pretty
Yeah,
bad
say where you at.
primetime games this year.
The salamanders going down.
I already got. Well,
But you know,
I already got.
if nothing,
I got a hard time believing Pat Mahomes. Prime time. I got a hard time believing we going out like that.
Oh my
if
God.
I don't rely on anything else, think about those three things I told you, Derek.
What's that?
With Scary Terry and Debo. One of them's going to have a breakout game somewhere.
Okay.
They can have a breakout game and still lose.
But your quarterback is hurt too, isn't he?
Yeah,
he
but at
could've
the same,
played.
Mariota
played.
ain't going to go scrap either.
He could have played because the hamstring is not that serious.
Well, hold it.
But
See, this is the
Mariota's no
problem.
scrub.
This is the problem. A hamstring is serious.
It is not as serious
Well,
as they thought
okay,
it
I'm not going to
was.
switch subjects right now, but that's why Jason Tatum is not playing right now in the NBA.
That ain't why Jason Tatum ain't playing.
His hamstring.
No, it ain't.
Nah.
Jason Tatum to his Achilles, brother.
Okay, well, same difference.
No, it ain't.
Jason
I know
Tatum
different parts of the body.
Jason Tatum had a calf strain. That was the lower part of the leg. But your logic in it, Dad, is correct. It was a hamstring is not that surgery
What's going
on the grade, but it could lead
What's the problem?
if you plays on it. So yes, it is serious if you played on it.
Say
So
what?
with hamstrings, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I see your face. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to the hamstrings of it all. But guys, I want to throw one question out here that I also need Mrs. Mark's gone. Need Mr. Sparrow on it also. And it is a WNBA question. It's a WNBA question. I'm starting to think that I need to rethink greatest greatest woman of all time in the WNBA as far as the W goes.
Mm-hmm.
I still give Maya Moore does deserve to belong in the conversation. Her accomplishments will not go unnoticed, and she was great for a short period of time. Got in, got her rings, got out. Had she stayed in there longer, her accolades would have been longer, no question about it. But then you look at a woman like Cynthia Cooper, who came in with this. I mean, when the WNBA started, I mean, she was on the back nine of her career, and her resume is just as impressive. Kind of hard to ignore something like that because I'm a person that thinks that had a woman like Althea Gibson would have.
I'm working.
Prefer
I'm
her.
working.
Had she have been able to further her career, who knows? She could have really been the greatest woman of all time. We'll be talking about Serena catching her. So I take it with that premise when I look at a woman like Cynthia Cooper right now, who came. I mean, when the league started, she was 36 years old, killing them. This was almost like Larry Bird, like. Am I right or wrong?
There's no question about
I'm
it.
not saying anything because that's who I said it's the greatest.
That's why.
Matter of fact, Mill, if you had a face of the WNBA, Cynthia Cooper should have been there. And I don't think she was recognized as such.
I mean, you got to think about, like, even though she had Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson on that team with her, you won the first three out the gate in the original WNBA and averaged 30 a season.
Yeah.
It ain't been a player in the WNBA, in the current WNBA, that has posted a 30-point season. Yet alone 3 in a row with Cheryl Swoops on your team.
Oh, man.
Man, that Houston Common squad was nasty.
It was crazy.
But Cynthia Cooper was that woman. So I can't really say that Maya Moore was the greatest no more, especially in light of what Asia Wilson just did and still doing. What Candace Parker did, what Diana Taurasi did.
Hey, that's the name I was looking for you to say.
What Rebecca Lobo did, Tamika Catchings.
Are we talking just WNBA or are we talking college and
Oh, yeah, I haven't.
All time.
Cheryl Miller.
Oh, man.
There you go. Now you're talking.
I mean, there's plenty of women that belongs in this conversation. So
hey, look, man, ain't no conversation. And that's
Cheryl Miller and Cynthia Cooper play 1-on-1. Who's winning that?
Oh, Cheryl kicking that tail all day.
Well,
hey, look, all I'm saying,
Cheryl Miller versus Cynthia Cooper 1-on-1. Who's winning?
Well, guess what?
Y'all naming all these names and you done went to college players. It's just you want to go to college.
No, the question. No.
Think about that woman in Rocky Top named Shamika Holsquaw that was killing it in Tennessee.
No, I was asking if we're talking greatest woman, are we including college with their resume as well? Not just college only.
Good. I mean, Shamika went to the WNBA.
Hey, there's a story out that Cheryl Miller was playing 1-on-1 with Reggie Miller and kicked his butt.
Yeah, I mean, they done said that in plenty of interviews.
I think Cheryl probably would have been the greatest if the WNBA existed back then.
Yeah. Oh man. There's no question.
Yeah. So I think Cheryl Miller still would have got her.
Oh, hey guys,
didn't she put up 100 in a game before?
Like 114 or something like that.
She put 100.
What?
She had 100 points in a high school game in 3 quarters. She set out the 4.
Yeah.
Good. Set out the 4.
Well. Let what's her name? Leslie what?
Lisa Leslie.
Lisa Leslie. She scored 100 points, 101 points in 2 quarters.
What was that?
Not in the WNBA though.
No, that was in high school.
It was in high school.
Oh my goodness.
She scored 101 points in 2 quarters.
See, people don't even talk about
And the
that
team
anymore.
and the team forfeited.
The team, you know what? Schools don't even, the media don't even talk about that kind of stuff. And that's why I appreciate.
There was a boy named DeJuan Wagner that scored 100 points in the game.
See,
He made it to the league.
WNBA.
hey, let me just say this. Before you close out, I don't know what time you're closing out, Mill. It's your
How much?
show.
How much time we
hold
got?
on.
Because
But let me just say this.
Yeah, they did come.
I'm so appreciative of the Studio W Sports page because we've come a long way. We're about to close out on 11 years, and 10. Mill, correct me if I'm wrong. 9 or 10 of these years, Mill has hosted the Studio W Sports page,
Yeah, Mel.
and so
it was 2017 when
was
I
it
started.
2017?
Yeah.
And the reason why it was me and this other Robert, what was Robert's last name?
Rob Johnson.
Rob Johnson was doing the Studio W Sports page. But guys, it is nothing. It was nothing like what it is today. Because to me, it was boring in the very beginning. Okay. Rob, I was hosting the show and I had to drag him. He knew his stuff. But when I brought Mill on, it all changed. And then about 3-4 years ago, when Mill decided to bring you guys on, Romar, Kevin, Derek, and Mark was with us when we were in California, Mill.
Yeah, Mark was in it too.
Mark was in the back going back then.
And Rev will come on I get Rev to come on every now and then.
But what happens is that I'm so proud of you guys, right? I think that you are the best in sports. I may be a little biased right there, but I will put you guys up against anybody. ESPN, all right? Fox, ABC, NBC, because you guys know your stuff and you don't have producers in your ear feeding you information. That's what's so unique about this show. So I got an idea that I'll make live right now. I would like to make this the home of HBCU sports and all other relevant NBA, NFL sports. I want to do that. I don't know any other radio station that features HBCU sports.
You must go keep up with all that.
I'm gonna talk to Mill off air, but I want to make this as exclusive.
You want to keep up with all that.
We got to do this.
HBCU sports.
I don't even know where you're going to find where I'm going to find information from on that.
Oh, it's easy.
Go.
All right. You got brother James. Hold on. You got brother James
Man,
Sparrow
y'all-
right here.
look, man, y'all gonna have me working.
Well, good. It's about time.
That's the whole idea.
All right.
Man, I'm not trying to be at home in front of my TV
I don't
and
care.
my phone
Wait,
writing down notes about
Romar, what did get the extra
Shaka
discussion?
Zulu Amon just dropped 45.
Hey, James Bird.
Yes.
You see what I have to go through with you?
I look. Look. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. That's my
No.
Romy Rome is my man. You know what I mean? You my brother and all that good stuff, man. But yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of work. I mean,
That's a great idea.
That's a
great idea, though.
Guess what? We got Google, and guess what, guys? Anybody else besides Romar that's listening to me? I really want to make this.
Why you
No.
have to do that?
Emil, the home of HBCU. We've got to bring it home,
The sky's the limit.
and we can do this. Okay.
And so is the sponsors. We need sponsorships.
Exactly. But I'm gonna tell you what. You can't think
We
of
need some sponsors. I love to advertise every. I love to cut the commercials every now and then to advertise somebody's product for a nominal fee.
Absolutely.
We would love to do that.
We're gonna work all of this out. The point is, you have one legendary HBCU representative right here, right here on the show, and that's Mr. James DeBarrow, the bird
James.
sparrow.
Oh, James the Barrel.
James DeBarrow Sparrow.
Look, we are
No,
not doing
good.
that. We are not
He
doing
got
that.
so excited.
We is not doing that.
No, hey, no,
Too much ginger
the
ale.
bird.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
No.
sir.
You are an ambassador for HBCUs, and the spaceman was on earlier. Guys, this is legendary. We had two legends on right now.
Yes.
So why not have a platform to showcase the talent in our community and our culture?
I can't agree more.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
And I don't know
agree more.
any other show. Anybody know any other podcast that focus and not only with what we do with professional sports, but also showcase HBCUs? Can anybody tell me anything? Any other network? Let's be the first.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're going to do
With
it.
some technology.
Absolutely. Mill?
We can have a little sports center line at the bottom just featuring HBCU scores and highlights and things of that nature.
Yeah, we'll not do that. But also bring on like the bird and also the spaceman. And Bird,
Yeah.
you know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We come one, come all, especially HBCUs all, and especially if you're a groove.
Okay.
The more the merrier. We love to come chop up with y'all.
Word
Pick your
of
brain.
mouth is most important, man. Word of
Share
mouth is most important.
and share your stories with us. Share your please come. How about come share your stories with us? This is the platform to make it happen.
Right. And I James, I got a question to ask you.
Uh-huh.
Will you please share with the audience the type of work that you're doing, in the community? Because I know you feed the homeless or you clothe the homeless, and just tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm with an organization called Community Outreach, and what I do is I just give back to a situation that I had myself into 40-something years ago. When I was homeless, no shoes, no clothes.
Wow.
And this was like right after I came from overseas playing ball. I just went into a little rut,
Okay.
a little downtime, and I ain't ashamed to tell my story. You know what I mean? And I slept in the park. You know what I mean? Slept in the projects and in the hallways, and just a whole lot of stuff was going through my head, man. Just got through a lot of personal situations that put me in a rut, and I didn't know how to get out of it at that time. So I took some time out to be homeless, and once I realized that I was better than what I was doing, I found myself again, and I started saying, you know what, I can better get myself out of this hole by doing something positive, and I just started, I started feeding the homeless. I started doing a little coaching and worked in like 5 prep school programs, and until I landed myself here in Georgia, and got up with some wonderful people, man, and then so I started doing my clothes drive, I started doing my shoe drive, I started doing my toy drive for the kids. I do my book bag drives every year, and everything has been all uphill for me right now. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. It keeps me healthy. And it humbles me. From where I was, where I came from, where I was, where I put myself, the situation I put myself in, how I got out of it, and here I am, here with a testimony, that you can do it.
Right. And you're working on a project right now.
I'm working on my documentary right now. Pretty much almost complete. Just got to get some footage get my pictures and everything coordinated with my stories. I had guys sending in short clips of how we met and and all that good stuff. So I got that together, and Miss Iris is putting it together right now, and hopefully by 2026, this time next year, 2026, it'll be completed. I'm also getting ready to get online to put a petition out for this MEAC Hall of Fame thing. I'll let you guys know about this pretty soon. I'm getting everything together. Where I'm gonna put this petition online where I can get all my fans, to sign this petition online and get this thing done. Because at the end of the day, that's probably the only accolade that I'm looking for right now. If it comes, it comes. If it don't, it doesn't. But what I'm doing right now, it means more to me than anything in the world. Is giving back, giving back.
And you're doing that. You're doing that, brother. And we are committed. We would definitely sign the petition letter and to get as many of our fans that's willing to participate to sign that letter as well, brother. And it's going to happen.
Yeah. I feel it. It's long overdue. Yeah, it's long overdue.
And I want to thank you for coming on, man. I'm sure
it's always a pleasure, man, to be on here with you guys, man. It's a lot of fun, man, and a lot of truth and a lot of knowledge and a lot of we know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mill?
Thank you guys for joining us. And I got one trivia question for you guys before we get out of here. Yeah, one trivia question for everybody on the panel, and it goes just like this. Just because I love you guys. What did the ocean say to the beach?
Ocean.
Oh boy.
There wouldn't be an ocean without water.
Nope. No, the answer.
You washed up.
What the ocean said to the beach? The answer is nothing. It just waved. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a Studio W Sports Page. And as always, I will see y'all in church tomorrow.